show here for you. Dennis and Adam joke about orgasms and sweet movie reviews. We talk about TV too, right?
I think so.
Yeah? Yeah! Movie toast.
Woo! What is up,
Hey.
Toasties? Welcome to episode 231 of Movie Toast News and Reviews. I feel like it's been a month, but Dennis, we're back. How's it going, man? How was your holidays?
You know what? I had a pleasant time with a family that lives out in Georgia, and
Nice.
it was great seeing my nieces and nephew, and it was a lovely Christmas. And
Nice.
had Happy New Year.
What about the New
to you,
Year's?
sir. Yeah, I'm looking forward to new prospects, and let's
words.
hope for some
Right.
good times this year. So.
I love
What
how
about
like
you?
our banter is so robotic. It was good. It's good. Got a couple of days off from work here and there, and
Nice. That's good.
Yeah, good times. Good
Hey,
times.
it's what you can hope for at least a couple of days.
But I kept saying, I'm going to record some reviews. I have like 40, and I have voice clips that I just got to copy and say
Holy
into
shit.
the camera. Did none of them. Did record about 30 trailer. Yeah, I've been lazy. This whole month of December.
I
it's
recorded
been, like, on
30.
our
Okay, in the
socials.
same breath you said I recorded 30 trailer reactions.
But
I've been
how
lazy.
many of those did I
What
edit
the
and put
fuck?
out? Maybe 3.
Oh, well, you
just sitting
still
on the
recorded
Dropbox.
all the stuff.
Yeah.
You're not.
But
It's
but
a
to
work
me,
in
that's
progress.
lacking.
It's a work
But
in
I will say,
progress, is what I'm hearing.
Like we talked off mic, I did live stream a watch along, or as I'm calling it, a toast along of the first 4 episodes of Stranger Things.
Awesome.
Just put out our live stream of the top 25 favorite films of 2025, in my opinion. So there's been some content going out, but not
There you
enough.
go.
And
There
I
you
do
go, man.
apologize. The episode you weren't here for, the audio was dog shit. The conversation was great, but who'd think recording in a one-way directional mic with 2 people sitting on each side, you get bad audio.
Well, hey, you learn the lesson. We adapt to
Yeah.
it. Next time we adjust.
That's
all
what
good.
they tell me.
All good. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. You'd think, 230 episodes deep. But I will say it's weird. First time I had someone in the shed with me. That was
See,
a
I
new,
was curious
learning
about
curve.
that. Yeah, nice. To keeping it toasty in the shed.
Oh,
there?
yeah. Well, I just got, like I was telling you off mic, I got a oil heater, and like it wasn't giving out any heat. You'd literally have to have your like leg right in front of it or touching it. It was so cold you could touch it and not even burn yourself. You get a nice little warm sensation. So I got rid of that bitch.
There we go. Well, hey,
Yeah.
we're ready for the cold out in Massachusetts.
That's true.
That's good.
That's
That's
true.
good.
Yes.
I'm just sitting here in a t-shirt and shorts because
Well, hasn't it been raining out in Los Angeles?
it's been raining, but it's not been like cold. It's been like 55, so it's not.
Nice.
All my jackets are too heavy when I'm trying to keep the rain off me, and I'm just fucking pissing sweat out my face. So it's obnoxious, but I don't know. It reminds me of my hometown, so it's funny.
That's the way to go.
I do appreciate that.
Nice.
So
I'm going to pitch you something. Like I said, right before we recorded this, I did my top 25. And I did the math. Well, I did the math. I counted. How many movies do you think I saw in the theater last year?
225.
I lost count at 217.
Shit.
So you were pretty fucking close.
Okay. I'm like, that was
That's
it. And it wasn't a random number. I'm like, okay, no, it has to at least be because it's just the rhythm.
Yeah.
You
Each time I go, it's at
volume.
least 2 to 4 movies. So it's like,
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
fast.
I realize that's my life, sadly. It's like everyone now is like, oh, were you at the movies? You weren't home. Were you at the movies? It's that's.
Where were
that is
you
my
at? I'm
second
at the
home.
movies.
I feel like I'm at
Yes.
the movies more than I
Yes.
am at work. It's crazy, but I like it.
Technically, that might be
it could
true.
Yeah.
But don't tell them
I'll
that.
take it.
That's
No,
yeah.
they're cool. As long as
I
I
mean,
do
they're
my
living
job,
life.
I don't give a fuck.
hey, there you go.
And watch tomorrow,
That's what
next
counts.
episode. I got fired. But I do want to. I do want to pitch to
Oh.
you after the credits. if nobody's seen the video, I'd like to hear your top 5 for the year. If you can even recall what your top 5 or top 3 favorites of last year you saw.
You know what? Let me thumb through the pages here. I got my
finger fuck those pages.
My
But
handwritten.
for me, it's all about going
slicers.
off the head. Go take the hit.
Because
from the head,
I know whenever I get put on the spot, it's hard. I get that panic
enough,
reaction of I know there's things I will regret not saying. So
fair enough.
I don't want to miss out on the stuff I was excited about earlier in the year.
Okay,
so,
fair enough.
I will say, I'd
love
be
to
up
hear
for
your
that.
take.
Yeah,
and
sure. Let's do it.
I know this is a super long intro here. Sorry, it's Dennis and I haven't talked in literally a month.
Bear with us. Yes.
Yeah, and we just spent an hour and a half talking off mic. But either way, you'll never guess the resurgence has happened, Dennis. Number 2 country to download our episodes lately in the past month. Our old pals are back. The old Irish.
Hey.
Not the numbers we had before, but still, to take that number 2 spot, I appreciate them.
We're getting our old fan base back. Welcome back, folks. Thank you, Ireland.
Although this is the trap. Last time we tried catering to them and we started talking to them, and they're like,
"Oh, you're right. You're right." No question.
After this, we're not going to talk to you again.
We're not going to talk about it. Just enjoy it. I'm not going to say anything else. All right.
Oh boy, but there's some other stuff we could talk about, Dennis.
Okay.
A little thing we like to call news.
Oh, let's do it.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
All right, folks, so a heads up. It's January, I don't even know, 5th? Oh, wow, it is.
4th.
Literally right now for me.
For
You're
you,
the 4th, but I'm the 5th.
Yep.
I was making that up. I forgot how many days
I'm in the past, you're in the future.
Go. But once you get to Thanksgiving through, let's say, February, the entertainment industry just ceases to do shit. So the news might not be as thrilling, but I tried pulling some tasty nuggets out. So well, with no further delay, let's talk about this first one here. Kojima... all right, let's skip it here. Fans of the acclaimed video game director
Hideo
Kojima are speculating that he might be adapting the movie Predator Badlands in the series Last Samurai Standing into video games because he said, I recently saw Predator Badlands. That felt quite like a game, traveling with Elle Fanning on your back. I also recently watched Last Samurai Standing. The plot has game-like qualities. I might not make it, but it seems cool. I don't know. Do you think I don't think he would make these into games, but
has he ever I think the only everything I've ever heard of him adapting from another material, I think one of his first games was adapted from like a manga or something, like a cop drama.
Huh. I could see that.
But I don't think he's ever done a licensed that I can recall, a licensed thing. So,
like, it'd be interesting. But it's funny because a lot of people, when they saw Badlands, is like, oh, this is kind of like a knockoff of Death Stranding. Because don't you, like, do similar, like...
You are UPS, without a truck. It's... no, that I was going to say, that one actually makes a lot of sense. Because he would do this, like, crazy character-driven story of having all these conversations with the character strapped to your back. And... making it this open world survival sort of situation, much like the last good Metal Gear game that was awesome. And I very much could see it working out that way. Would he actually do it though? I don't know, but I could see him endorsing someone else, like maybe
this
assisting on something.
Like, I don't play any of his games. I don't really know games much, but what I like about him is I've been seeing all throughout the past, like, 3 years, he's always like, hey, I saw this. I like this. This is great. This, like, he's like the video game version of fucking Stephen King. Because I feel like Stephen King and him take in so much media and then they give the laurels to everyone when they see fit. I appreciate that.
That's a cool comparison. Yeah, no, I think he's a man who's influenced media, the volume he has. He's just as much a fan of the media he puts out there. Like, other people's games, other people's music, movies. You know, he's a nerd in his own right, and I think
Right.
that's
And it's
what
I
makes
guess
him
we
so
forget
relatable.
about the fact that video games are essentially like a long, elongated movie because
Yeah.
you got to write all that shit. You got to direct
And
it.
he's
You
been
got to go
doing
through
that.
rewrites.
He's been doing that forever too. Like
And he's at the top
what-
of his game.
Yeah, that's what makes his game so memorable to me. It's that is always what he's like kind of aiming for, in my opinion. Yeah, no, I that would be cool. Would I hold my breath for either of those to happen? Absolutely not. But I could see him getting inspired from these things because that's constantly what he does. Takes
Right.
influence of other things,
Which
he
any
enjoys,
great
and
artist
then
does.
melds them together. Yeah. That's everything he's made has come out that way. So
Right.
have at it, dude. I cannot
Fuck
wait
yeah.
to see how you use that influence into creating your next masterpiece. So
Right.
FedEx.
All right. All right. So
Just
here we
kidding.
go. Our next story here. Martin Emborg, who's the narrative and cinematic director for 007 First Light, recently told Monster Vine the following. The character Bond has evolved. So he's evolved through the decades, and obviously we reflect upon modern values. So it's not going to be your old school Bond, which would just be tone deaf in today, in this day, right? He's a modern guy. So a lot of people are now like flocking to the internet being like, oh man, that means James Bond's going to be woke. But it's like, I think this is the right direction to take. Take him as a more modern man. Why not?
Yeah, because I think to command the same respect and reverence and the way you're supposed to kind of be drawn to this character, you need to adjust it to where the values match that draw, right? Like it's for me to want to follow the character the way I did as a kid. It doesn't mean you're going to drastically change everying about.
He's just maybe not
character.
Sleeping around and being so promiscuous and maybe not being as
or just
crude.
it's not so forceful in his advances. You know, maybe some of the language used regarding I don't know. There you can if you really want to split apart all of the not so shiny parts of old Bond movies. There's a lot there to scrape away, but I get it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The core of, as long as you maintain the core of the character, because I honestly think that you get back to the previous generation Bond and or the most recent generation Bond.
Sure.
I think that pretty much kind of matches into what we're talking about now anyways. And whether or not we even realize that actually meshes with what you was just described. I think saying it out loud was almost a
nobody's
mistake.
really said.
Just write it that way. Just do it.
Right,
and I don't think anyone would even fucking notice. You know,
exactly.
I unfortunately by bringing attention to it, now you're creating this controversy, which I think sometimes is done on purpose just to like stirring the pot draws attention and you know keeps the hype alive. But I'm tired of the gaslighting sort of promotion, and it's just
because that's like this game has been talked about widely. Like, didn't they just push it back a year? They're like, we really want to focus, and like maybe they want to keep the conversation about the game alive. I'm thinking, and that's the other thing. These sites I was trying to research, he's clearly talking about his video game that he's making, not the overall upcoming Amazon 007. But in retrospect, like you said, even with Daniel Craig, he was a little more modern in his take.
Yeah,
like you said, why do we got to talk about it?
You don't need to. It's like just because we're not highlighting every single thing that you saw in every iteration of James Bond doesn't mean that it's not what we like about the character. Like the core of the character isn't still there. The parts that we keep coming back for are still what remains.
And sure, we're not going to call characters like Pussy Galore. We're not going to have Octopussy. We're going to have like civil names and shit.
How many times can we work vulgar names for a vagina into the name of a woman?
The only place I need that is with Austin Powers, and by God, I hope he comes back sometime soon. That works.
One more geriatric Austin Powers. Like
you gotta.
That would be great.
Get Michael Caine. He's still alive in a wheelchair, wants
grandson.
to work with Vin Diesel.
And then
get him back as his dad.
You get like the foxy grandson who's now like he's the one getting all the trick. Like
I guess case in point, they did that same thing with Shaft. We had Roundtree, then we got Sam Jackson, then we got Sam Jackson's kid, and it's like,
ooh,
it still worked.
The crossover.
They made it work, but it was weird.
Then you do the triple generation. Yeah. Oh, see, that's you combine both concepts into one movie. Like
and then
his
our main
American
villain here could
counterpart.
be Seth Green, because last we saw, Dr. Evil went to the good side with his
That's
brother.
true. Oh,
So-
see, look, you're welcome, owners
Yeah.
of the Austin Powers copyright. We just wrote your whole fucking movie.
Yeah, give us
Millions.
that check like we're fucking Mike Myers. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sticking in the realm of video game adjacent here, we have Simu Limu. I don't know why I said Limu. Simu Liu announced that Nobody 2 director Timo Gajanto will be directing the film adaptation of the Hong Kong-like GTA video game Sleeping Dogs, in which
Cool.
the Shang-Chi actor will star in. I don't know. How do you feel about? I've never played the game, but the games looked badass.
I haven't played the game.
bringing this to the
Same
big screen-
here. I've seen clips of it, and the video game review channel I enjoy, outside Xbox, they are fans of the game and have incorporated it into conversations. It makes perfect sense to make something like this into a film or even a series at that point. And
Yeah,
why not? That'd be
like,
awesome.
I like Simu. I love him, but I don't think we're getting many more adventures of solo versions of Shang-Chi. So it's like, why not create your own character and just make it yours? You could be this version of James Bond for this franchise. Why
This
not?
world, yeah. Hey, the hardcore Hong Kong cop. Like
Fuck
that's
yeah.
I like this. It's something where I think previous generations have been able to enjoy a higher influx of the
Like a
Hong
Chow
Kong
Yun
crime
Fat or
movies
whatnot type.
yeah, and like it would be nice to have
Hard-boiled, hard target.
another blast of this. Exactly. Yeah, that'd be cool. So
And
bring it
bringing
on.
in a director of like a movie like Nobody 2, this guy gets action. I know you probably haven't seen it, but it's physical, it's brutal. So it's like, why not bring in a big? I mean, this is only like the guy's going to be like his third or fourth movie, but it's like that's the type of director you want for something like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Just be yourself, man. Thank you.
know. All right. So yeah, up next, it appears as if Chevy Chase wants to reunite with his Three Amigos co-stars Steve Martin and Martin Short on their highly successful Hulu series Only Murders in the Building. And that just sits awkwardly with me because, like, these two have a good dynamic together.
Yeah.
And Chevy Chase notoriously hated working on Community because of the hours. I don't think he should be trying to throw himself into another show
No.
after.
And then
What
fucking up
happened
their yeah, exactly. No, this is very much like, hey, I see you guys being successful over there. Can I get a piece of that, please? It's like, geez, well then you shouldn't have burned your bridges.
Uh-huh.
And I love
There's a
that,
reason
like,
you weren't a part of that show in the first place. And I
Yeah.
love Chevy Chase, but the man
Sure, yeah.
burned a lot of bridges in his day.
I'll say I've known. Let's keep it at. I know of a couple people who've been on the set of Community before, and he was a little gruff. It sounded like it was. He was very curt when it came to like, this is all I'm working. I mean, all right,
I
I'm
want
done.
in,
And
out.
there'd be a point. I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Yep.
Even if it was, before the time he said he was done for the day. It's like, no, I'm done now. All right, I'm.
It's
going
like,
out.
dude, you don't get to make your own schedule. You're not the ADs. You're not the
Chevy
any of these
makes
guys.
Chevy's schedule because Chevy's Chevy.
And I'm sorry, everyone else on that show has gone on to be slightly. I mean, yeah, he was the height of
Wildly
comedy
successful.
in the 80s and 90s, but you got Joe McHale, you got Allison Brie, you got Donald Glover, you got even Danny Pudi, Nicole,
Yvette Nicole Brown.
Jillian, everyone
Ken
on that
Jeong,
show has gone
yeah.
on to, and people like working with them, but you don't hear people saying, I love working with Chevy.
Clean it up. Clean it up, Chevy.
Yeah. I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him come back and work with those guys, but it's
Heavy
like,
Chevy.
yeah.
It ain't Chevy time, no mo. That's for sure.
No, sir. All right. I guess I'll stop complaining about an old man trying to get work because, hey, I'd love to see it, but I'd hate to work on that set.
So let me watch
All right.
the end result.
Exactly. Uh, rumor has it that Watchmen series creator Damon Lindelof is returning to HBO to adapt the novel The Chain into a series. And here's the logline. When a little girl is kidnapped by a mysterious organization known as The Chain, her mother is forced to kidnap a different child if she wants to see her daughter again. Of course, she must choose parents who will follow in her footsteps and continue participating in the so-called chain by kidnapping the next child. If she makes a bad choice, the consequences could be severe. Does this sound like a show you'd be interested in? Does it sound like something Lindelof should be working on?
I that's interesting. No, I've heard of I forget the name of the book, but I remember someone explaining a similar book to me where it was like a chain letter situation of passing along. You need to go kill this person, or you will be killed next.
Right.
And you needed to, or there was some. That wasn't exactly the rhythm, but it was like you needed to put this note needed to be found by the next person, and if you didn't do it, then you were gonna die or something. But I like that this kind of like it's forcing the narrative forward kind of thing, and
right.
Trying to.
I feel like opposed
to
a show, a movie is the right place to do it, and he kind of lives in that vibe, like The Leftovers and Lost, and like all these shows he's worked on. He has that like airy kind of.
I think the tone is there. Yeah, I think it's very much like shit. What's the oh my god, I should be Hugh Jackman.
Prisoner.
Yeah. Yes, it's something. This feels very much like something that would live in that tone.
That zone. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would watch that. But like you said, a movie would be ideal. That's.
Well, no, I think a show, because a movie you're one and done. But now you can move with each season could be a different person possibly. But it's like how much can you do without becoming super repetitive? I don't know. So maybe you're right. Maybe a movie would be the way to go. This
because you have to contain the story within that set period of time. You know, you've got 120 minutes to tell the story versus dragging out every beat of it, unless you have this huge overarching story. And even then, now it kind of sounds like a mini series if you want to take it, you know, a little more serialized. But even then, multiple seasons scares me, because now you're going to stay like
you're
and then in this dimension, and it's like, okay, no, I'm checking out. But I don't know. There's definitely room to grow in that. And either
at least HBO gives shows time to grow.
They
most
do
of the time.
They do.
But that's also the scary thing. Some shows are like, this limited series. Oh, it did good, and we'll apply for like Emmys for limited series. But you know what? Let's make this a new season. It's like, come on, just let something be limited and move on.
It's very okay. Seasons. Exactly.
Yeah. But I don't know. All right, we're gonna stick to the realm of TV and stay in that genre for a bit. Let's see here. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. So, my notes are way down. Sorry. Months after it was reported that Marvel canceled development on the Disney Plus series Strange Academy, it appears as if the studio has decided to revive the project, in which Doctor Strange and those guys are going to be teaching young magic users. I mean, do you think this is a good plot for a series? Why do you think they'd cancel it and bring it back? I don't know.
Maybe changing the format of what we are actually seeing. How much it is Benedict Cumberbatch actually going to be in it?
I would hope.
I could
see Wong taking over. I mean, Cumberbatch did do like Sherlock and I assume some other series, but now he's a movie star.
Exactly. And how expensive is it going to be to keep him coming back as Doctor Strange? So I'm wondering, are they going to make it work as a series, because we're going to see very little of the Doctor, whereas the students we're really going to be following and we just get glimpses. And then, like you said, Wong's probably going to be who's to say they don't employ other.
That's true. Because when in the first movie, didn't we see all the monastery, all these different?
There's a bunch of them,
Buddhist sorcerers.
And then in Endgame, all of the shit that he brings through was, it's all sorts of magic casting. Like there's a bunch of them. We can all sorts of characters. We could just make up whoever the fuck we want at this point. It's totally fine.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's like, honestly, I assume you didn't get around to Ironheart, did you?
Not yet. No, I still would like to.
The way that series ends, they kind of reveal like a young magical witch type character, and I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. I'd like to see more of this. So maybe that's the area they're planning to go.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? I always liked Doctor Strange as a character in the MCU, so bring it on. I'll give it a shot. That I would be more inclined to see a Doctor Strange realm character than like more Hawkeye characters.
Yeah.
Or
don't get me wrong, I loved the Hawkeye character and whatnot.
Nothing against Haley Steinfeld, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked her because Gwen Stacy more, but I don't know. Just didn't strike a chord with me. But the world of Doctor Strange is much more interesting to me. But that's, I think, a case by case basis at that point. So.
Yes, sir. All right. I do apologize. I cut myself off. I realized that I don't have a slide for this next story or a slug line.
Unforgivable.
I'm just gonna say. We're gonna go without visuals.
Gonna raw dog it.
We're gonna raw dog the shit out of this. Oh yeah, we know someone. Yeah. All right. There was a comment that I sorry. All right. Well, I'm all over the place here. My shit's all jumbled. This is great live stream stuff right here. All right. Cool. All right.
Raw dog.
All right. Jeff Snyder of the Insnyder claims that Prime Video is developing a reality competition, Dennis, that I think you in particular would love. It's called Fallout Shelter, in which contestants will have to survive inside a vault or potentially multiple vaults. And to keep it on par with the hit series, Jonathan Nolan and his wife Lisa Joy will be executive producing with Bethesda Games or Studios, and production is supposed to start next year or this year at this point. Yeah. So can you see Fallout being a reality competition in the vein of Squid Game, I guess, or
I was about to say immediately. I think of Squid Games. Yes, I could see that, where it's like every other day you have some crazy and now you go to this experiment sort of thing. Yeah, totally. Would I do it in a heartbeat just so I could wear the jumpsuit? Right? I want to eat the vault food and do all the, because they're going to make you do something gross, like probably eat cockroaches or something.
Oh, I can only imagine.
But yeah, that for sure, I would sign
in the article. It sounded like it's like you're gonna make the vault and you're gonna keep people alive or keep them happy. But I don't see that being I think you're gonna survive in the vault. I would imagine, but I could be wrong.
Or immediately, I think of it would be a point system of tasks you accomplish as far as upkeep and resources and things, whatever you get done throughout the day. And that adds up to the overall happiness of your vault dwellers. And as many of the needs you satisfy adds up versus actual real people.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a house show, and
that's
you're
true.
just which that would still be kind of weird. I think a fictitious version where everyone's kind of playing overseers more or less, but maybe of their own little quadrants of a vault or however you break it down. But
again, is this something you'll watch? Because you're a fan of the games.
I'd try it. See, this is what's funny. I really liked Squid Game, the show. Not a fan of the reality competition.
See, I wanted to watch it, but I'm like, you just know life's on at stake, so it's not going to be as nerve-wracking.
And it's
just people playing games.
Because you're not capturing the tone of what got me to fall in love with the fucking drama series.
Yeah.
So to then label it as that just is infuriating to me, because it's like putting a sticker on something and telling me it's supposed to be the same thing. I'm like, no, I know it's not, because now you're having all of the traditional competition style formatting of the drama between this and that person and whatever. You know what? That's fine. When I'm watching The Circle, that's what I'm here for.
Exactly.
When I'm watching Fallout Shelter, the competition series, don't give me too much of the other part. So
Right.
sound, I don't know. I would try watching it. It'd be one of those. I would be way more excited to be a competitor on it and personally
Right.
than to
Well, what
actually
I
sit
mean,
and
I
watch
assume
someone
they'd
else
be
do it.
filming this in California since the second season of Fallout. What if you could get on the art department on that show, man? That's what you should be hunting down leads
That would
for.
be fantastic. Yeah,
Like that'd be right up your alley.
I would do that in a heartbeat. If I get to then
Oh,
build
but-
vaults for,
Oh, dude,
man, are you kidding me?
That's the dream.
Yes,
for you.
That
For
would be
me, I'm
great.
like,
That would be great.
I did think of you when we were off on vacation. On vacation, when you were on vacation and I was not. I was at Costco the other day and I know you saw one of the Fallout Jones sodas, but now I know you didn't like it. But now at Costco you can buy a variety pack of like 24 of them. Flavors.
I would like to try that very, very much because I know there's flavors in there I've never tried, and I believe they also have their root beer, the Sunset Sarsaparilla, which
Oh,
came
that'd
from
be good.
New Vegas. Yeah, jealous.
What? Well, you got Costco out there left and right.
But I'm not buying a membership just to get a couple sodas.
But you can buy so much, Dennis.
Oh, we
Costco.
can.
And they got gas.
Trust
You
me.
get slightly cheaper gas.
I've tried to convince the other half. I am a fan. I am a fan of the Costco.
Dude, I have a Costco membership in our version of Costco. There's two big boxes, warehouses, and I got them both because they got slightly different products.
They do. Yes, and I probably would glue those boxes together.
You should. But how is season 2? I haven't started. I assume we're gonna wait till the season's over to start it.
I did start. So I'm now bottlenecked at waiting for the next episode. I'm liking it so far. It is very much in the vein, like not skipping a beat on what I want it to be.
Nice.
That is, yeah. When we can catch up, it'd be fun to do
that'd be good
review of season 2 together. But
yeah, it's funny. The other night when I was doing my Stranger Things toast along, I went inside at one point and my brother was watching. He's like, "Did they just have like a bunch of celebrities in this?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. Everyone wants to be in the show and they get roles. Why not?"
It was like that's what's funny. I think because no one was expecting it to be as big as it was when it hit the way it did. And you're getting all of these non-video game people to then be like, I was entertained by this show. That is apparently a famous video game property. That is what floored a lot of people. It's like, well, fuck, maybe we should be jumping in on this. And if you can't be acquiring a property to then have turned around into a movie or a show, you want to be in one of them. So at least you're making money off one of these motherfuckers. And very sensible reaction. And it's a good one at that. And then you're not waiting on the risk of something else, hoping it works out. They've already proven they can do it. So
that's very accurate. Can't deny that there. All right. This next one, Dennis. Jim Cummings has announced that he's returning to voice Winnie the Pooh in a new animated movie, and he indicated that Disney plans on blending familiar charm with new storytelling ideas. What does that mean? I'm a little lost. It's like I'm happy that Winnie the Pooh's coming back and he's reprising, but new storytelling ideas?
Maybe breaking out of the, what is it, the 100 Acre Wood?
That's true.
Not just living in this imaginary zone. No, I follow Jim Cummings on Instagram, and he's very entertaining individual. His voice is incredible. I mean, just the shit he's done it's great.
That was one of the interviews I was edging in on getting for Comic-Con, but they're like, "Oh, unfortunately we can't, but later on there's some stuff coming up next year. We'll get you in then." But I have never heard back from him.
Oh man.
Yeah. Iconic voice actor.
And it's great he's coming back to do the voice we know and love. Yeah. And I think it is a character that has stood the test of time and just one of those that will never really go away, or at least won't for a very, very. Winnie the Pooh will outlive us.
And that's the thing, like literally, I forget that the royalty or the fucking copyright is up because, of course, we've got the Blood and Honey series. And a couple of weeks ago, I got a screener invite or email about a screener for like a CG Winnie the Pooh Christmas movie that had a couple of people in it and Bruce Campbell was in it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why? And then I'm like, oh, because anyone can make a Winnie the Pooh thing these days. But Disney's the Winnie we think of. And
Yes,
we talked maybe like 10 episodes ago, the fact that Disney is flirting with the idea of doing hand-drawn movies again. So maybe this is going to be an actual not CG movie. Like, do you want to see a CG Winnie?
I mean, haven't they've done it before? There's a kids series that was.
Oh,
And
yeah, but that's so weird. It's uncanny to me. I don't know why.
It is. It comes off funky. And then I want to say even like the Tigger movie, it was 2D, but they had a lot of depth in the way it was drawn,
See,
and that even kind of came off kind of weird. But like, no, I'm saying the original format. Even for those watching the stream, if the whole movie is animated in the style of that art that is on screen,
yes,
that's kind of what I would hope it to be. I realize that's not realistic because you got to keep a younger audience intrigued.
That's true. Now they see like a hand-drawn animation. That's old.
Yes, and it's like it's like when a teacher would put on a black and white movie when we were in elementary school, and half the class would groan as soon as they saw it was in black and white. I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. Just shut up and watch.
Right.
Little did I know we're just the kids that just like watching the movies.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, we're not learning. We're watching something. Fuck you, man. Sit down. I'm not reading a book today. Bitches.
Chumps.
I'll pass out watching this. I don't care. They don't know. Unless I snore.
True.
I don't know how we went on that tangent. Apologies. Yeah. So, yeah, do you think that this will be in that CG look, or do you think it's going to be like a hybrid? I'm hoping for a hybrid if it's not fully.
I think that's honestly where it would be closer to that, because the way we're talking about it right now, they're going to want to appeal to the parents that are our age, wanting to take their kids to something like this, because that immediate acceptance, brand recognition of, oh, Winnie the Pooh, I can show this to my kid. I don't even have to think about it. I think that's inherent. So I think, and then a more three-dimensional image that a younger audience will then be more drawn to, because that will be flashier and more entertaining. So I think you're right on the money. It's going to be some hybrid between.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. So up next here we have as we reported a couple of episodes ago, Stranger Things season 5 is wrapping up the whole series, and they were going to play the finale on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day in theaters. And tickets sold out so quick. Like, I was trying to get tickets, and it's like, you can sit in the front, and it's like, fuck that. But it looks like the screenings made the cinemas a ton of profit. In just 2 days alone, the screenings made roughly $30 million. That's roughly $7 million more than Avatar Fire and Ash made over those few days. And since the theaters technically only charged viewers a fee that would serve as a vulture for concessions, opposed to charging them to view the finale, the theaters got to keep 100% of profit. Do you think this is something that theaters and production companies should do more often?
Yes.
Drum up business for people to talk about it and make money bringing people to the cinema?
Yes, because it's going to the movie theater is about the experience of being in the theater. It's not just... Well, I guess it's the sum of all the parts. For me personally, it's not just the concessions. It's not just going to wherever the physical location where it is. It's being surrounded by the sound and the imagery, and being surrounded by a group of people who are also interested in being present for watching the same thing you are. And we all want to share that experience. All right. Even if we're not trying to share it with the person sitting next to us, we're all engaged in what's happening in front of us. That to me is the core of what going to the movies is. I think that can be done with the incredible cinematic experience that can be shared in watching streaming series or television series and stuff. Just because it is a part of a series or something, I don't think there's anything wrong with then distributing that to theaters. I mean, fuck, if there's 14 Fast and Furious goddamn movies, then one episode of Stranger Things is not a bad thing to then introduce into movie theaters.
And it's crazy because I wasn't hearing many positive reactions to people watching all of the episodes in the chunks, but yet people were talking shit those screenings were booked. They kept adding and adding and adding and adding. And as they add it, they just flooded the. So it's like people are talking shit about it, but they're going and they're watching and they're interested. So is it like people want to hate watch, or do you think people genuinely like it and they're just complaining and jumping on the train of complaining?
I want to. I don't want to share too much ahead of, because I believe I'm ahead of you in the viewing of the series. So I do have some thoughts to that, but I think there's also something to be said about, again, that shared experience. If I was in a packed movie theater full of viewers watching the finale, that might have had a different sort of impact on me just sitting at home and watching it at my own pace, where I could then pause it and get up and, you know,
you can be on your phone, on your laptop. You can play a video game. You can do anything.
Exactly.
You don't even need to be in front
of
the screen.
Backfire, conversation out the window distracts me, and I gotta go see what, you know, any of that shit. I think there was, and the sound and the all of that would probably be especially this. I mean, God, I've loved the score of the series since the first episode, so that would be incredible to on a really killer sound system. I think more of this should happen. As far as the discrepancy of what people think of how the show ended, I don't think that has anything to do with how it was viewed.
Fair enough.
I mean, the experience of it was
a phenomenon. Like 10 years, 5 seasons. That's a show everyone knew. That was old, young. Everyone was watching those first seasons when they were consecutively coming out. Like, it's a big cultural moment, I think, that it's actually
really was
done.
That's why we waited to watch it till everything was released. And slammed through all of that last season.
Dude, I'm so pissed. Like I said, I started my watch along on New Year's Day, hoping I'd get to be able to get to the 11 o'clock final showing near me. I'm so pissed I didn't get it. Because, like, even if, I don't know, even if the end fizzled, like you said, the experience of seeing it in theater is probably a game changer.
Exactly. I think that's really that it's in itself would have just been a cool moment. You know, that would have been a memorable thing to share with someone, is just like, I was there in those 2 days.
Think about those conversations happening outside of the theater, in the parking lot, at the concessions. Everyone's and that's the thing. It's not like they were showing one screening all day. Every half hour, it felt like a cinema was showing it. Like,
I believe it.
How often does that happen?
It was a cultural phenomenon, and I think even because it taps into culture at the time that is familiar to so much of the fan base, and it's this feedback machine of, and now you're emulating the thing that you already experienced when you were a kid or whatever, you know, like it's
true.
Or you didn't live through the 80s, so now you're getting to see all these
witness it through a lens.
Yes, exactly.
But how crazy is that it made more than Avatar, which is one of the biggest movies currently. Like,
I think it's deserved because, to be honest, I think Stranger Things isn't just a better story, but it appeals to more people now.
True. Yeah, I can see that.
We've had more time to bond with these characters over the course of the entire series of Stranger Things, whereas there's been 2 movies. Avatar. So
2 movies
it's like
too many.
over 15 fucking years.
That's so crazy.
That means you had to rewatch the movie a whole bunch of times if you were super into it. Like, so you're getting the same story over and over again. Whereas at least here you had 5, 8 or 9 episode seasons of a show where you got to stretch the story out over and out for about an hour at a time.
Almost the same duration of time. Almost the same amount of time from Avatar 1 to Avatar 2. Almost that 14 years. And yet we're more invested and we care more about these characters.
Way more.
The world. It might not be as flashy as fucking the cinematic masterpiece visuals.
But the visuals kick in where they need to be, you know? Like when you're in the Upside Down, when you're seeing all of the fantastic creatures that they're fighting, and but even then, sometimes it's the subtle stuff, the wardrobe, the set dressing,
hell, even the opening title card. I never skip because I just love watching that VHS style floating.
I want the pops and scratches. I love. As I already said, love the soundtrack. That is one of my favorite intro sequences. That and *Halt and Catch Fire* are like way up there for me. That had a great
They
one.
have that synthy fucking shit going on, man. The
So
80s
sexy.
vibe is alive.
Love it.
Yeah.
Johnny Five. Um, yeah.
But I'm happy for them, man. Good luck to the Duffer Brothers with what they do next. But
With all their
staying
future
similar,
endeavors. Yeah.
right? Kind of similar to Stranger Things, our next story here. Attack the Block director Joe Cornish is circling a Netflix movie called Dark Park, in which a group of young people who dare to enter a haunted amusement park where each ride could very well be their last. It looks like Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown is considering starring in the film. I don't know how.
Sounds like a Goosebumps
I feel like
book
she's
to me.
beyond that, right?
Yeah.
This
I'm not
feels
there's
a little
anything wrong
below
with that,
her.
but
She
it's
should be
like,
doing other things, I think, at this point.
so you want to do more
But-
of the same, even though she's
Yeah.
had
Sure, Enola
sorts of stuff.
Holmes,
Yeah.
the bad floppy movie with fucking Chris
Electric
Pratt earlier
State.
last year.
Yeah.
She's done things, but it's like, don't just keep doing the same thing. But hey, it's a paycheck. Who the fuck am I? I'm not making half the money she's. I'm not making a fifth of the money she's making. So
And you know
shut
what?
the
Who
fuck
knows?
up.
It could actually kick ass, and it turns
That's
out, like,
true.
oh fuck, that was a
Could be
great,
a new franchise.
great deal. Yeah, I'm glad you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But does
It sounds
that
like something
sound
I'd watch.
interesting, or does it
Yeah.
sound just? I don't know. To me, it's like it could,
could
be good,
be-
but
It could be sort
could
of
be bad.
juvenile, but they they just did freaking Final Destination Bloodlines, and that made it.
and I like
bucket of
that.
money.
I know you
So-
don't like Final Destination, but yeah. And I'm not gonna lie. Joe Cornish, I think, only did 2 movies. I love Attack the Block. That's where we were first introduced to fucking what's his face, John Boyega.
Yep.
And
been
the next movie he did 8 years later, not a lot of people saw, but it was great. The Kid Who Would Be King. This guy has a great style and vibe to the way he makes things. I'll watch anything he does. So if he's doing this like killer amusement park, it could be fun.
Yeah, if it's anything from what I remember about Attack the Block, I could see some very visceral camera work, very like getting really tight in with characters and making them humanized by that closeness and experiencing their emotion, and I'm sure witnessing their terror and really putting the audience in the in the seat of the character on the ride, so to speak. And
that'd be pretty
I
badass.
could see that
I didn't
appealing
even think
with-
about that.
yeah, I mean, I think that style could lend itself very well to a story like that. So
Fair enough.
I'd check it out.
All right. So hopefully, I mean, just in talks, both of them, but yeah, it could be interesting to see. And it's on Netflix, so you're not paying to go see it anywhere, so why not? All right.
Yep. Or they
Yeah. You could. Sticking with Millie Bobby Brown, her Enola Holmes co-star, Henry Cavill's live-action Voltron movie has recently wrapped production, and it sounds like it'll exclusively stream on Prime Video at some point this year. Man, I'm not gonna lie. We're finally getting a Voltron movie, and it's not gonna be in theaters. I feel like
That's
it's a miss here.
disappointing. Yeah. If you can do Voltron, it should be the biggest thing you can see it in. It should be
We can
IMAX.
watch the cartoon on the big screen. We watch the cartoon
Yeah.
on TV. We can watch Power Rangers. We've been there. The big screen is where that shit should live. So I'm wondering, do you think this movie is going to be a dud, and maybe they're like, that's why it's just going to streaming?
I hope
Or
not.
do you think it's just
Is it just going to be like a low rent Pacific Rim, and we're just going to be really let down by? Because I loved Voltron as a kid.
Oh yeah,
it'd be great to see that on the big screen. That's kind of what I was hoping for. It makes me nervous to hear that, because I'm like, oh no, does that mean they're going to do this to the Warhammer, the 40K movie? Like, oh, don't do that, please. It's
like something
these
like
properties
that.
have
World,
proven
like,
there's a fandom. Like, don't sell them short.
and just because it's not it's a niche, but that niche will come out in droves, I assume, and then word of mouth will spread like wildfire. Hopefully, I don't know.
So many anime series, like their TV movie, their movies get released in theaters, even if they're limited runs. Shit, it's still people show up.
Last year, some of the biggest box office movie money makers were the anime. So what the fuck? That's what the kids want. That's what the audience wants now.
Just because it's a live action Voltron doesn't mean you're not going to get a lot of people to show up for this thing. So I mean, I don't know. There's also something to be said about the post-COVID
True.
theater audience.
That's very accurate. Yeah.
The especially those like who watched all of Ultron brand new when it first came out. They're probably not going to want to go to the movie theater to see the movie, and it would be easier for them to watch it streaming. So
true.
I get why you want to appeal to the convenience, but you're selling yourself short at least to a few days. Like run it a little bit. That would be awesome.
Right? Just 1 week run at least. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, we're not the money makers here, so fuck us.
Money spenders.
Yeah,
if
we
had
are.
Any.
Money I don't have, I blow. Speaking of money makers, weeks before Avatar Fire and Ash released, James Cameron said that if the third film didn't make enough money, he was ready to call it quits on the franchise. But he did mention that he was interested in continuing the franchise as novels. But then he somehow backtracked by saying, even though he'd love to write them as novels, nobody really reads anymore. So I don't know. Does this just sound like someone who wants to be done with this shit? Or do you think he's...
I think he's just like, fuck, I made $1 billion 15 years ago. Damn it. Of course they want to keep coming back for more. And it tapered off, right? The second one didn't make...
Oh, yeah. The second one was okay, but then literally the third one is like the second one. It's not even like it's a continuation, but it's almost similar.
That's
like
right.
Very,
that's right. I remember your review.
Similar.
It's like it's almost the same movie again. But I'm saying like, but the gross, it has tapered off. They're not. Yeah. It's not like each one's making $1 billion plus. No, you did that once. I don't blame him for wanting to walk away from something that he probably didn't even really want to make 3 when he first said he would make 3, given how long it takes these motherfuckers to make these.
That's the thing. This man's like 70 something years old. Does he want to die going out on Pandora, or does he want to do more things? Like the Hiroshima
that's just the
movie.
Last thing. Yeah.
He wanted to do that Hiroshima story. On the last episode, Eddie and I talked about the fact that he's writing a new Terminator franchise without Arnold. Go back to that. Maybe do what the fans love and make another true alien film. Make a sequel to Aliens.
Yes.
They're pretending like half those movies don't exist. Go back and do that. Do something the audience wants. Yeah, people will show up because they want to see the visuals and the pretty things on the big screen, but people also want to see other things from one
story.
Director. I don't know. Yeah. We don't want to hear Jake Sully every second.
Oh, God. No offense to this very talented cast that is now very closely woven into the series. You have an incredible range. This is just not an interesting story to me. Was so fucking over it after watching the first one. While watching the first one.
And that seems to be 50% of the people that saw the first one are in the same boat. It's like, yeah, the first one I didn't really care about. I saw the second one. I guess I'll see nobody has real interest besides the people profiting here. It's like
there was another movie series we were talking about an episode or two back where I said almost the same thing. It's like, well, if they make another one, I'll watch it. And I'm like, I get, it's like this one just doesn't hit me that way.
No,
but I get why other people would react that way for this franchise. It's just not. That's not for me. This one isn't.
Or you know what, James Cameron. Cool, you don't want to make them. Disney clearly probably still wants to make the bill. This movie just made, I want to say $1 billion, just hit the $1 billion mark. Why not just let someone else come in and write? I think you made these stories in a writer's room type thing. Bring in competent directors you trust. I know you think it's your baby, but maybe that could be the breath of fresh air we need. Bring someone fresh in.
Did they ever do an animated series or something, or a series based on? Why not just do like an anime Tales from Pandora?
Yeah, kind of like Enter the Matrix, but on Navi or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Or the those Tales of the whatever Star Wars spinoff.
Jedi or Sith or whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
There you go. Disney Plus content right there. People will come and then guess what? 10 years from now, when you're 80 and you want to do an Avatar, do it. And maybe the audience will be like, all right, it's been a while. Let's revisit it.
I loved the world so much because I watched every episode of blah, blah, blah. I will definitely watch another movie. And now he's not fucking locked down to that stuff. We're not locked down to seeing these fucking ads all the time for.
Like,
I know,
I'm sorry,
I just love hating on these, but
but who says, all right, oh, this first one made money, the second one made money, we're doing 7 of them or 5 of them?
It's the same thing that happened to the Marvel movies like
yes
15 years ago.
cannibalizing.
It's holy shit. We can spend $90 million but make $250 million. Well, shit. I guess we should keep doing that.
Let's turn out 3
And
of these
it
a year
just
and
keeps-
some CV series and not give a fuck about quality.
Yeah, let me see where that went. So,
Mm-hmm.
although they're ramping almost back up to that schedule again. So,
Yeah, they're like, we're pulling back. Oh, nope, no, we're not. Here you go. And it's like,
I think the only one that's true for still is the Star Wars franchise. Is like, nope, we're gonna keep this narrowed down.
yes,
because,
and
it's
like an improv with them. There's always here this hot director or writer or producer. They want it. Here's a fucking Star Wars franchise. Oh yeah, that's still in development. Hey Ray, you want to do a movie? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna happen eventually. Oh shit. This TV show that's not working. Let's make a movie for it. Hey, let's just make this random one out of nowhere. It's like, what is going on? Like next year, we're getting Mandalorian Grogu this year, sure. And Last Starfighter or
Ahsoka, we're getting Ahsoka this year, and then apparently one of the Star Wars Visions shorts is getting turned into its own series where it's going to be in an anime style.
That makes sense, and I think we're getting the Maul series this year. I think too.
Yeah,
right?
I potentially. I think that one, if anything, that's probably going to be the back end of the year. But then Starfighter's the year after. I believe
that's what I was wondering. Starfighter was going to be this year as well, but that's 2027.
No, I believe it. I believe they said that's 27 a while back. But that's the soonest they can say exactly. And I'm like, and then the irony of we don't want to see Homeboy in 2 sci-fi starship pilot movies where he's it's like
Project Hail Mary and that back to back.
You don't want those close together. That's not a good look. You want Star Wars to totally obliterate any other sci-fi property at the time.
And that's the thing. People are saying Project Hail Mary is a phenomenal book, and people who have seen stuff are saying it's going to be a great movie. So I'm hoping. It looks a little dry to me.
There's a couple. There's a couple of sci-fi titles that are sounding interesting. What's the one with the? Oh God, where it's like he's traveling dimensions or something. Oh my God. Bear with me. I feel.
Dimensions.
Buck
Rogers? No.
Iron Man. Wait, hold on. Bear with me.
Now I'm trying to play the game in my head of what
Sam Rockwell.
Thank you, don't die, or good luck, don't die. Good luck, have fun, don't die. That looks badass.
Yes, I think. I think
great.
And then it's. I feel like there was one more. And then we just had Predator a couple months ago. I think we're kind of getting back into the stride of some awesome, bigger budget.
We should
sci-fi titles again.
Hell yeah!
So when you have something like The Last Tron hit theaters and flop, it really pulls the rug out of other projects that are coming down the line. So I'm hoping with these other big tentpole things, that's going to reinvigorate the franchise, that genre. I mean, more specifically. I would be excited to see more of that. So.
Yeah, give us more original and fun stuff. Don't just give us the same shit. Yeah, good point.
We don't need whatever 7. I love Star Wars, but I also lived on 3 Star Wars movies
survived,
for many years.
Yeah.
And then we got 3 more, and then it was done. So it's
or here we go. You want to do more Star Wars? Maybe, just maybe, have a full plan for what the trilogy is. Don't bring in different people to fucking finger fuck the shit out of it and change things up at the last second.
We don't need trilogy movies either. We can tell one-off stories that are. Turns out some of those are the most beloved of the movies anymore. So,
very true.
I have high hopes for Mandalorian Grogu, except it is piggybacking itself. Whereas I would be curious to see something more a la Rogue One. And
I'm with you.
Yes, we can be familiar with where we are in the universe, but let's show a perspective we've never fucking seen before. And that blew people's minds. And I think we're ready for more of that.
And
so I'm hoping Starfighter does
One of the biggest shows of 2025, Andor. Everyone loved. I haven't finished it yet, but everyone loved Andor. That's
like
case
not
in
even
point.
biggest Star Wars series, but biggest
People who aren't even Star Wars fans like it.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's saying something and it means something, and they knew we're coming in for 2 seasons and we're done. We're not going to overstay our welcome because we know what happens to Andor in a couple of years. Or we don't, I don't know.
He retires in Tatooine.
Yeah.
And becomes a moisture
Luke's
farmer.
Uncle. Uncle Owen's best friend. Oh, man. All right. Okay, so different type of Avatar news here.
Oh.
After several release date shifts, Paramount has decided not to release The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender in theaters. Instead, they're going to be releasing it on Paramount Plus this fall.
Of course, because
I don't know. I feel like this is a letdown to fans.
Jesus.
I don't I've never watched any of it, but this has a rabid fan base. Like we're saying, people want anime. This is kind of adjacent to anime.
Yeah.
This is people's lives. People love this franchise. What the
Clancy
fuck?
Brown. No, the show's great. I've seen some of it with my sister. It was fantastic. Still something I honestly wouldn't mind trying to get into from beginning to end at some point. But no, this is just Paramount wanting to stock its own library. You got to come over here. You got to come over here. You got to buy a subscription.
You know what makes sense? All right. It worked for a couple of movies. Yeah, do that. Put it on Paramount Plus. Do day and date release. Paramount Plus and theaters. Worked for Five Nights at Freddy's. The fans will go and pay for it. If they
Five Nights at Freddy's, though, I think was a slightly different thing because
that was COVID-ish times. I give you that.
You're trying to get whatever dollars you can, whereas now you don't have to differentiate.
But what does it take? You don't even need to put out a marketing. Just a couple of ads here and there. People know it's coming out. Guess what? Because the fans that are hardcore, they'll want to see it on the big screen. Like
but Paramount hasn't played that game this whole time. Paramount wants you to come to Paramount Plus. That is like their fucking bottom line is we need to bring you over to, we need more subscribers. That seems to be just across the board. We're going to bring properties over here. We're going to make you subscribe to our thing to see it. We're not going to let anyone else have this shit until we've been sitting on it for years. And even then, we're not going to give you all of it. To me, this just screams the formula Paramount's been working under.
But that's the weird thing. Like Paramount just was bought out by Skydance and Ellison, and they said they want to make some big moves. And it's like, I haven't seen these big moves. You've gone after talented.
They're keeping their business model the same over in this neck of the woods, and
it's sad.
Not one I want to buy into. So
there's a reason why Paramount was up for sale. They need a little fresh blood, but you're just like you said, all about just money.
Yep.
Well, maybe on the brighter side, this next story. Oh wait, no. After purchasing Warner Brothers, Netflix claimed that they wouldn't mess with the studio's business model. However, Deadline has reported that Netflix plans on cutting WB's theatrical window down to 17 days, which is 28 days later than the standard theatrical release window. What the fuck?
Yeah, because I saw it, and then I believe AMC retaliated with saying, no, we expect you to show films for 45 days. I'm like,
and that's why they don't play
a month at
movies
minimum to me.
Yeah.
You know, you need to have a fair measure of, otherwise, like, I'm going to spit this thing out for 7 days just so I know I can beat out this thing that was only, I don't know. It's getting into some weird semantic politics of just, I want to massage the system down to, all it sounds to me like is they want to have higher turnover in movie theaters. But I think you start to lose sight of going to the movie theater is a big deal, especially in a family. That's an expensive endeavor.
Fact that for years, Ted Sarantos has been saying the theaters are dead. Nobody wants that. And then, no. We want Warner Brothers, and we want it to stay Warner Brothers. We're not going to fuck with it. And before the ink even dries, they're pulling this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on. Like, case in point, movie I'm reviewing later, Marty Supreme, was only in like 5 or 6 theaters a couple of weeks before it went to a limited release. Before it grew in the limited release, and it made a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
So guess what? You do a slow roll, you make money, word of mouth. People want to see it more and more. But no. Oh yeah, word of mouth. I saw this in the 2 weeks it was out. Now I can stream it on Netflix. That's what fucked Disney over. Everyone's now conditioned to, oh, I can wait till this Marvel movie or Pixar movie hits Disney Plus.
Yep.
You're just fucking yourself in the ass.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, Onward would have been something I would have seen in the theater.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Turning Red would have been nice in the theater.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. Especially in that scale. You know, like it. So I think it's just, unfortunately, a bulk of the audience has now been conditioned to not desire that anymore, except for specific circumstances. And yeah, I don't know. I want to.
Or case in point, Netflix. Guess what? We just talked about the fact that you played Stranger Things for 2 days, and that made more than Avatar made in 2 days. Think what it could be like if you had your shit in theaters for 45 days. How much money could you make?
Right.
And then it can live on your fucking platform. Come on.
At that point, honestly, because it was already available in both places at the same time, anyways.
Yes.
Again, we're coming back to the people who want to see it in that format will go out and see it in that format.
Yes.
In fact, I would probably be like, you know what, it would be kind of fun to then, especially for the pricing system that they've worked out with the distributors.
You're not losing money. You're getting concessions. You're getting a seat. It's
I
a
would
win-win
then
for
pay
everyone.
Essentially $5, quote unquote, to then just see it again on a big screen, just so I could have that big experience. That would be cool. I would be more open to that concept, especially with just the number of films getting released. You could probably spare one screen to keep running
easily
that for a month, you know?
Yeah. And this was everyone's fear, being like, oh, Warner Brothers could fucking kill cinemas by not doing it. And it's like, no and yes. It's like, it's such a fine line, because it's like you're relying on these movies. Unless you're going to turn out so many films that you're filling 45 days with a new film every fucking 15 days, but that's not the case here, folks.
But that's getting back to my point of, if it's such a financial endeavor to go to the movies, and that's a highlight thing for that fan.
Yeah.
And you need to wait till next month to see something, that's going to suck. Now you've missed 2 movies because
that's true.
I get, I don't know. I get the financial dichotomy of what's happening there.
100%.
At the same time,
it's, if I didn't have my
make it available.
Card, if I didn't have my AMC membership, I wouldn't be seeing 217 movies a year. I'd see maybe 100, which is a lot for people. All right, even if I saw 50 movies, to me that's so low. But it's like,
dude, there's people who think 10 movies is a lot. So
people think 2, 3 movies is a lot.
I saw a whole movie this year. Oh shit! My buddy did that.
I did the math.
Times.
I almost saw a movie a day if you broke it down that way, and took a couple of weekends off.
That's awesome.
But it's like, because but most people sign up for a service, they're like, I'll use it once. I'm like, I'm getting my 4 movies a week, whether I want to sit in the theater or not.
Yeah,
I'm getting that.
Yeah.
I'm pulling that taffy, bitch.
Do it. That's what it's there for.
And then I find movies I love that I never would see. But sorry, I'm derailing here from the actual point. Should we move to the next story?
Let's do it.
All right. So, while doing press for Jay Kelly, George Clooney announced that Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, and Don Cheadle will be returning for Ocean's 14. He also mentioned that they're going to be aping essentially the story from Going in Style in the movie Going in Style was based on, which is essentially the characters are getting too old to do their heist, but yet they got to find a way to make it work with their limitations. So, do you think this makes sense? Do you want to see the crew all old and curmudgeony pulling these heists? I feel like it's like a cash grab if that's what we're doing, but it could be funny. I don't know.
I mean, the third one was kind of, I mean, I feel like the last couple you could honestly call a cash grab, but what the charm of these films is the cast.
Yes.
The ensemble interacting with each other. That's why we're coming back for more. It's not because they're driving cars into helicopters or whatever the fuck. I don't need them to be having incredible hand-to-hand combat skills. I just need you to have your wit and have an excellent scene with your scene partner, and we move on to the next hilarious and stylish, sexy looking casino shot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. So I don't know. I mean, why not? Is it
fair enough?
Is it like you said? Is it cash grab? Sure, absolutely. Wouldn't argue.
I mean, why not? I guess yeah.
But it doesn't mean it
can't be good. Yeah,
yeah,
that's right. But are you happy? I mean, I feel like if you're doing Oceans, you need those cast members coming back.
Yes.
But do you see them not bringing back like people like, let's say, Hawaii Five-O's fucking...
Oh,
I don't fucking know. All these other tertiary characters. I did a pilot with that guy, and I forget his fucking name.
Scott Conn.
Scott Conn. Bernie Mac's not alive. We can't bring Bernie. I bet he'd come on.
What about what's his name? What is it? Ocean's 13 when he's in the factory in Mexico and leads like the riot.
What about Damon? I mean Affleck.
Yes,
Ben
Casey Affleck. Yeah,
Casey,
yeah. Casey Affleck.
Boy. Is that who? I don't know if that's who you're talking about, but
yes, yeah.
Okay.
That was that whole scene. I'm pretty sure, anyways, that was him that was doing that whole bit.
It's been so
like
long.
It's like the poker chip factory or something. He was working at.
Is it always a casino that they're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or,
it's been. I forget these movies so much. I'm not gonna.
I'm trying to remember. Like, was it 9 or whatever? Wasn't it a casino? Or no?
It's been so long, dude.
That one I've only seen once, so. Although I remember liking it.
Let's see. Who the fuck? I'm going through trying to see who the other Oceans.
That was the chart, because I mean that was the original film. Which I'd like to see all the way through sometime. I've only seen a part of it, and it was like,
with the Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack, yeah. I'm just like, oh my god, this is you. The charm of the films we know is just lifted right out, and
it's all just a gimmick, a mimic.
Like the tone and the style and the way these guys just kind of own their characters is all already inherent, because those guys were already world famous entertainers.
Oh yeah,
they were carrying that machismo into the frame, and you buy it because it's them. You know, I think that's why this cast works so well for the Oceans movies.
True.
They are world famous, incredibly talented actors that we've all come to know and love on their individual films. So then to pile them all into the same thing is just like, holy shit. And then it worked 4 or 5 times. So
yeah. But do you think, to fill in some of the voids, do you think they'll bring in like Sandra Bullock or fucking
why not?
any of the
side characters? And then you have open seats for just bringing in new people entirely.
True.
Yeah, they've done it before to fill in slots, and
then you find new fan favorites that way.
Exactly.
And you bring these new people in, guess what? Get rid of the old guard. Now we get Ocean's 15 with these new kids. Although I hate that's what we do in all the movies now, but it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. They're going to try it at least. Let's do a couple bad ones.
You can't judge them.
A couple of bad movies in a row, and then they'll, give up on it.
At the same point, we're still talking about a couple of episodes that we're still getting Margot Robbie and her prequel as the mother. It's like, so confusing. Why not merge them together? Do flashbacks of the parents and see if that works, and then say
maybe that's what they're building it. No, that could be what they're building toward, actually.
Fair enough.
Now we're uncovering the ocean gold that was long lost by her grandmother, Margot Robbie.
Oh boy, that be.
For it is I, Walton Goggins, reared to.
Wait a minute, are you just being your Tomb Raider character again?
I don't know.
Goggins. He'd be a good villain for the old one, yeah. For the retro, or I guess modern.
Or just like a part of the crew. I could see him robbing a casino.
Oh, dude, he'd be great in the crew.
Yeah, easily.
But would he be like Southern Goggins? Would he be Fly Goggins? Would he be like a ratty Goggins? I feel like he's so many different types of Goggins.
The Shield Goggins. The Shield Goggins. So still Southern, but he's got a hard, demeanor and a little bit distasteful. Maybe not.
Fair enough.
Sons of Anarchy Goggins.
No, you don't. That'd be an interesting way to take him into this.
That would be. He's done it before. He could do it again.
All right, here. Moving on. Our last story of the episode here. All right. Sorry, I'm just hitting buttons here. On a recent episode of the Hot Mic podcast, host John Roca says he has a trusted source who is close to the production of Man of Tomorrow. And apparently, rumor has it that James Gunn is meeting with a bunch of hot young actresses, hot young being like on the up and coming,
Yes.
female actresses to be a new female lead in Man of Tomorrow. And the speculation is that the actress needs to be tall, in their 20s, and have fighting skills. And the source strongly believes that this would be Wonder Woman. Do you think that he would just bring in Wonder Woman in this, or do you think maybe, like, for me, I'd like to see it be like a Zantana, or...
Oh, Zantana. Oh, yeah.
But
I
I don't know.
that. Wasn't she more Batman, though?
Yeah.
Zantana?
But I mean, this feels like we'd be aping what we got in BVS. Like, bring in Wonder Woman there. Does Man of Tomorrow, like, we already know Lex and Superman are teaming up. We know Brainiac's in the mix now. Do we want to shove Wonder Woman in? Or do you think she'd just be a small
I'll
cameo?
shove Wonder
like
Woman in. That's all right.
Or do you think it'd be? I know you probably haven't seen Superman yet, but we meet Supergirl at the very end for a quick cameo. Do you think it'd be something like that?
I could see that, and also I wouldn't surprise me if, like, the initial interaction of Wonder Woman and Superman, as we've seen in past iterations, they're not exactly aware of each other's, like, mutual we want to be good guys. They just see a super strong something, and they're like, hey, what's the deal? Someone says the wrong thing, and boom, they can actually go toe to toe for a bit before
that's
bad
very
things
true.
happen. So I could see it as a little teaser thing at the end. Or we just see her fighting her own battle, and she's just like, fuck you, Superman. I got that. I can handle my own business. And they go off and spin off into their own story. I don't know, whole lot of mileage, as we've seen Disney do with the Marvel Universe. And what they said they weren't going to do with the DC Universe, they're 100% going to do anyways. So,
but the thing that kind of feels a little off to me is saying that he's looking at these, like, starlets who are kind of already in that place, which feels off because Cornsweat, Brosnahan, and this guy who's playing Brainiac, they're all considerably unknowns compared to bigger names. Do you think they need to bring someone in who's big to be Wonder Woman? Do you think that's a James Gunn call, or do you think the studio's like, hey, we let you have these kind of indie fringe people as these characters, but Wonder Woman needs to be someone we know?
Yeah, no, that sounds like a studio-based thing of just like, we need to shore up our bets on things we feel safer about. Yeah, that worked, but give us
it could work even better.
Give us some reassurance. We will make money because you attach this name. We already know that, like, XYZ is going to draw in an extra 7 million, whatever, whatever the logic is there. But
their fan base already.
Why you're going to look at a spreadsheet and be like, no, if we change this line, this will more optimal return.
Yeah. My question is, I have a list of people who I'm like, I'd like to see as Wonder Woman. These be interesting choices. But the fact that it has to be someone tall, I'm like, that is going to be a hard call. Like, why not just, you can always do camera tricks, make people look taller. But can you think of many tall actresses in their 20s? And I can't think of.
I'm not good at that. Yeah. I'm sure there's a couple if I really drilled at it, but
Sure. Like, in my head, if they were any size, I could see, like, you bring in an Ana de Armas. She's kind of on par with the previous Wonder Woman, kind of in that same, not big, but still no name, has that sex appeal. Or, it's interesting, another person I was thinking was Melissa Barrera. And then earlier today, I saw an interview with the Shang-Chi star being like, hey, she should be in it too. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. But one name I could see would be Margot Qualley. I feel like she's a name. She's out there, but she's not where she needs to be yet. But this could put her to that next step.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Just like with her, when I see her, not a mark against her, I just don't see her as a very physical.
I get that, yeah.
I'm gonna punt, I'm gonna knock your block off kind of actress.
Fair enough.
But then again, we have Ella Purnell kicking ass in
Oh, dude, yeah,
Fallout,
as a little frail, wide-eyed woman,
and
yeah.
she's not one to be reckoned with. You know, like it's, and she's selling it so well. So
Fuck yeah. That's the thing. You got to
who am
give
I to
these
say?
people the chance to do
What the
it.
fuck am I to
But
say?
what about, we were talking about taking chances, doing something bigger, moving away. What about Millie Bobby Brown? She did that, like, princess movie kicking ass. Could you see her?
Yeah. I mean, fuck. That's kind of what she did for most of Stranger Things, was kick a lot of ass. So
True.
who's to say she couldn't wield a sword and fly an invisible jet? I could see that. No, it's funny. I don't know why the first thing that jumped in my head is like, but someone who I could see commanding the presence I want of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
If it was like a good, I don't know, 16 years ago, Gina Carino is like,
yeah, she'd
I
be
could
fantastic.
see just that physical embodiment of who I could see just kicking ass.
She
on
has that
screen
build.
in
She has that presence.
She, just throw the Diana wig on her and call it a day. It's done.
Same thing. I was thinking if it was like 10, 15 years ago, Adrienne Palicki, is that her name? The she was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
That, like, but she was actually cast in a pilot that never went forward as Wonder. I still see her as Wonder Woman.
Shit. See, yeah. I think,
and I feel bad that Gal Gadot kicked ass in that first movie.
Yeah.
They gave her a shit movie to do a sequel for, and now it's like, I'd love to see
the
her
character
back. Like,
she was a character they'd pull out once in a while in other movies, and it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, come on. She was too good. The first one was so fucking good. That's really
best
too bad that
DC
it never
movie they have, I think.
hooked up. I'd agree with the last Batman movie I liked probably about as much.
Fair enough.
Robert Pattinson crushed it.
But that's kind of its own fringe for now until, guess what? Next month we find out
whether or not it's connected. Yeah, exactly.
Because
you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen.
Because we're talking already Wonder Woman. Batman has to enter this fray. We're not going to not have a Batman in our DC.
You need the holy trinity of DC to all be there. That's it right there. That's the core. Superman,
You're good at
Batman,
that
Wonder Woman. That's who you need. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I'm intrigued. But I really feel like if Gunn sticks to his guns, it's going to be an up and comer that nobody's really knows. Nobody's really heard of. But I don't know.
That would be cool, though.
We don't even know.
Giving someone a shot. Yeah.
This character might not even be Wonder Woman. It could be someone else. Maybe Lois Lane's sister. I don't know. I guess she's not really an ass kicker, but doesn't matter.
Bizarro Superwoman.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know. Is there such a thing? I'm sure there is.
There has to be. How many countless years in comics have they have? 50, 70, 80 years worth of backstory?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gosh. I don't know. But what I do know is I said, hey, we don't really have a lot of news to talk about, but an hour and 22 minutes.
That was a lot of news, sir.
That we news the fuck out of you folks.
Do not sell yourself short next time. Just deliver that news.
That's true. But let's deliver something a little more our style, something quicker, something called polls. All right. So on episode 230, I reviewed a movie that's coming out, I want to say, this month? This week? Maybe next week? In wider release? I'm talking about Park Chan-wook's latest film, No Other Choice. So I wanted to know, out of Old Boy, Lady Vengeance, Snowpiercer, and Decision to Leave, which is the Toasty's favorite film of his? In any of these movies, have you watched any?
Snowpiercer.
I feel like fair enough.
That's still. I feel
awesome. Like we've done this poll before.
We kind of. I think you've juggled. You added Decision to Leave and Lady Vengeance. Yeah. And then swapped
out some other shit.
Yeah.
100% most likely did. I still got to watch Decision to Leave. It's on Hulu, and I've been wanting to watch it since it came out 2-3 years ago, but I gotta pull the trigger. But for me, it's got to be Old Boy, I think. but let's
Okay.
find out.
I bet you.
God, now I
Toasty-
feel like
yeah.
I'm just going through the motions. Let's find out what the toasty.
Let's find out how many
So
said
climactic.
Snowpiercer to win.
All right, so coming in at 0%, Lady Vengeance. Another one I gotta watch. I imagine it kicks ass. It sounds like a good movie. But the toasties say no. 33% for Old Boy.
It had to be on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
All right, so do you think we're going to get something higher than 33, or do you think we're going to get a 33 split? Where do you think
33
this is going next?
split on Decision to Leave.
All right.
Snowpiercer on top. But I'm going to be wrong because I already see your smug fucking face.
Oh, yeah. 33% for Snowpiercer, 33 for Decision to Leave. It's a 3-way tie, folks.
You mean 33, 33, and 33 should have been a cue to me that they're all the fucking same?
Yeah.
No, apparently not. Movie Toaster Dennis. That's why I watch movies and not count them.
We're not accountants.
This isn't movie
and
numbers.
If we were, we'd be the worst ones because 33, 33, 33 does not equal 100%. There has to be
it doesn't
33 repeating.
There could one of them could have been percent ish.
That's
point 3. Just shut the 0.9%.
All right, I'm gonna put you out of your misery.
Save
here. We're
me.
gonna move on to the next.
Get me out of here.
On the last episode, Eddie and I reviewed the latest movie starring none other than Miles Teller. You could tell I forgot his name, couldn't you? So I wanted to know, out of the following movies, being Project X, The Spectacular Now, Whiplash, and The Gorge, which is the Toastie's favorite? I feel like another poll we've already done before, Dennis. Where are you going?
No, I don't know if I wish I'd seen all these, but The Gorge is a cool concept. Project X was so gimmicky to me. I'm not really
I wanted to like it so much. And I remember being so pumped going opening day and being like, oh.
For the concept. Yeah. But then it was just like, it's like kind of another party movie on the wake of a whole bunch of other high school party movies.
It's point of view from first person camera, and it's like, no.
And it's even more vulgar, and there's explosions, and
the plot is just all over the place. Where are we gonna throw a party? The separate is we're talking shit, but I've been wanting to rewatch this to see if I was wrong, but it's never on any platforms, and I refuse
because
to
no one wants to watch it.
Again.
The Gorge was cool though.
There was aspects I liked.
Yeah, I really wanted to watch Whiplash and did not get to it, unfortunately. But I feel like
J.K. Simmons is a
feel like
badass.
Whiplash is going to be higher up on this.
But I'm not gonna lie,
Mr. Teller.
Dark horse for me. I really like The Spectacular Now. It's a delightful rom-com, drom-com. That's what I came up with in my 25 of 25. Drom-com. Instead of rom-coms, there's dramedies with a little bit of comedy. Drama with a little comedy.
I like that.
Yeah, when I was
almost as much as I like this SNL
right
thumbnail for Mr. Teller here.
And the thing is, it did say SNL, but I patched that bitch up and I just covered it up with more yellow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wanted something fun. And it's funny, as I was doing that, I saw you can see the green screen peeking through. I'm like, even fucking SNL doesn't put their full forth into these things. Huh?
Because you think about it, you're looking at it for 3 seconds, you listen to the band going, and we're coming right back to the stage. Or
you want to know what the next hot sketch is going to be.
Yeah.
God, I haven't watched SNL in like 15 years, I feel like, dude.
Really? Oh. I watch it once in a while.
I watched like that 3 or whatever the 50-year anniversary thing, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know. What's up with Bowen Yang? Just dropped out he's like, this is my last show, and it's like, fuck, in the middle of the season starting.
Something happened.
I want that story.
So especially
and it sounds like Lorne Michaels wanted to keep him.
Someone you leaned on too. Like that guy was in a lot of sketches. Something happened.
Can't wait to hear that story.
Yeah,
I feel bad if it's something bad, but you had to have been to give up that.
Just curious. I just want to know. Yeah. But what's the story of what the Toasties think of these?
I guess we should get to that, huh? All right, so you're going with the what are we going? Whiplash.
Whiplash. I think it's going to be Whiplash up top.
All right,
top of the gorge.
I was gonna say I'll go with you, but I know what the answer is, so I'm not gonna fucking trick myself into.
So I'm right.
Yeah. 0% for Project X. Who could see that coming, Dennis? Anyone
we did.
foresight.
You and I did just moments ago.
Wow, we talked our way through that one. Whew. All right, that leaves 3. That leaves 3. Is there going to be a 33, 33, 33?
The gorge.
Is it going to be 100? Is it going to be
single digit percentage?
I don't know.
God, is it fucking 33s again? This is why.
This is why polls suck in this show. Let's go back to trivia. 0% for the spectacular now. So the 33s are almost out of business here, folks.
That stupid green number on the roulette wheel.
Uh-huh. So
All
do
right.
we want... All right, so that means it's either 0 coming up or
20 for the gorge,
67,
80 for
33,
whiplash.
67, 66. What's that?
I said 20 for the gorge, 80 for whiplash. Maybe
All right,
even
you're
less for the gorge.
You're close. You're
15.
33% for the gorge,
Oh.
67 for whiplash.
Still couldn't escape the fucking 33%, huh? We still got
No.
one.
It would have been nice if it was slightly askewed.
That would have been funny. It was funny though. You still snuck one in there.
You know what movie I should have put on here? Everyone's favorite Josh Trank film, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. I
was
assumed
tempted
that would
because
have
I'm
been
like, there has to be a
would have been
fan
number one.
out there.
because it would
I
have
wanna
just been a
hear it.
blowout. It just would have been 0-0-0. Fantastic Four.
Dude, do you think in fucking Secret Wars they're gonna bring fucking Michael B. Jordan back as fucking Johnny Storm and he's fighting Killmonger?
That would be. I would like if they did more of that, like they did with Deadpool and stuff. It'd be great to
Yeah.
have multiple iterations of the same actor playing different characters
Right.
because they're different dimensions. No, that would be cool. I would
And I
be on
guess
board with that.
we can bring
and
Miles
totally
Teller
accept
in
it.
as Mr. Fantastic.
But then
and
you
Ellen
have
Pascal.
then you have
Ian
Pedro
Wolf.
Pascal show up, and then you have what's his name, Australian actor.
Ian Groff, I think it is.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I
you
always
just
fuck
said-
up his name.
All
And
three of
whoever
them
was in
make them do the
Foreman's, I forget.
Spider-Man meme.
Yeah. Everyone needs to do their own version of that now.
Of course,
because
you just gotta abuse the
That's
shit
originality.
out of it. Yeah.
All
See if
right,
someone else
moving-
does the same thing. It's different.
Right? Oh boy. All right, I think we've tortured everyone enough. An hour and 31 minutes into the show. Let's get into the main
Crack open
reason
these
folks have
reviews.
showed up. The Toasties need to hear some reviews, Dennis.
Let's do
It's
it.
camera action, it's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gon' blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist would bling.
All right. So you're kind of up first, but I'm going to be tag teaming. I saw this when it was in theaters back in March or April or May, last year. And I'm intrigued to hear your take on it, man.
Ooh.
Oh, I should probably put up the fucking picture so everyone knows.
Oh yes, look, I
talking
don't
about.
know what you're talking about right now.
It could be any
Um,
movie. I see them all, motherfucker.
So, released not too long ago on the Hulu / Disney Plus, The
Also AMC
Ugly,
Plus.
as well as AMC Plus, The Ugly Stepsister.
I'm going crazy. I've lost my mind. Best friend insanity. I've lost my mind. I'm going crazy. I've lost my mind.
Well,
Crazy.
oh.
A little bit more.
Well, I don't think you got to set up the premise because out of that trailer, everyone knows what the plot is, right?
Pretty much. It's pretty
It sells
direct.
itself.
It is a Norwegian film that is telling the story of this girl that two families merging together. This girl who's conventionally less attractive than her new stepsister they're now both invited to the prince's ball where they want to win over his affection, and it becomes very reminiscent to a familiar fairy tale.
What fairy
and
tale's that, Dennis?
I
I
think
never
it's
heard
Cinderella.
of that. What?
And it is Cinderella from the perspective of the ugly stepsister.
Hell yeah.
And gotta say, it does. I do like the tone it's trying to capture. The cinematography was very interesting. I loved this almost like A24 kind of style of we're being reminiscent to the 70s, but still incorporating modern cinematography
cuts,
techniques.
The title cards, the music.
Yeah.
Oh, everything just flashy.
The wardrobe's fantastic.
Sets,
and
the wardrobe's
fitting
gorgeous.
For the time. They spend a lot of time with that. The music is almost exclusively contemporary, though, which I found interesting.
As you heard from the trailer.
From coming out of Stranger Things to then watching this, like I finished Stranger Things, and then watched this the next morning. And it was funny because like, oh shit, it almost sounds like the same composer. It is that close to that very stylized 80s synthesizer heavy score. Not the same style or tone, but a similar style. Anyways, the story obviously will sound familiar, but it does offer an interesting perspective coming from that lens. And I did like going on this specific journey, and it was kind of a slow burn, but it was so uncomfortable. And you have these body horror elements that from the trailer, you get an idea of it and you get a strong sense of it from how they're selling the story. But then to witness the shit happening dude, I love to hate when a movie
the way she loses weight,
physical reaction. Oh my god, yes. Her eyelashes.
The way she fits in that shoe.
The
what
eyelashes.
Happens to her dad and how long that dad is at that point. How much she comes back. Oh man, so eerie and creepy.
And then even like the conversations that they dip into of like, I wouldn't put my dick in that, and just like, oh my god, you're brutal.
It's not like
dude.
she's like that terribly gross looking.
And that's what's interesting is they still had to cast an actress she's an attractive woman.
Yeah.
That they then had to scale back to make work for the story, because she then needs to be made beautiful, of course, to make this blah blah blah. You go through the whole rhythm of everything. For me, what took me out of it, I loved the setup. The second act kept me engaged. It slowed down a bit, but I'm like, okay, I know, like, I feel like I get where this is going. And then as soon as they hit you really hard with the Cinderella elements, that's kind of what pulled me out. I'm like, oh, there was a couple of symbolic things, and not so symbolic, very literal elements from the classic Cinderella story that was just like, I did not need this to be here. I was already checked in. I already get it. I didn't need a couple of elements in there whatsoever. But the way they ended the story was also like, all right, I'm back on board again. I like where we landed in the journey, because this is kind of where you expect it to be, but to be forced to watch those moments happen, whereas you're used to the flowery happily ever after version of this tale. I liked this kind of uncomfortable, oh shit, but this happened too, you know. So.
And it's like, I want to say it's a slow burn. It's only an hour and 45 minutes, but it feels so long to me. But there is always something visually happening.
Yes.
But there's also nothing happening at the same time.
Because we rest on a lot of these scenes for quite some time. Like we go to there when they're preparing for the dance performance for the ball.
We stay in these scenes way too long.
All this rigmarole of like who's going to get selected to be in the dance team or group, whatever. And then there's all the rigmaroles, who's going to be first, the first dancer or whatever, number one out front. And it's like we're going through all these tiers, especially when we remove a certain character early on. It's like, well, then who the fuck cares who these other girls are? I don't
Right.
give a shit. There is some of that where it's, yeah, I'm with you. It does make it drag a little longer, but I still enjoyed the journey. So a cast member that stood out to me, it took me a minute to be like, well, wait a minute. I feel like I've seen this girl before. The sister Alma, played by Flo Fagerli. She was in that number 24, the Norwegian World War II film.
Oh.
She was in it. She was the college student, or she was
You liked that movie, didn't you? If I remember correctly.
that movie a lot. She had a prominent role in that film and did an excellent job in that. And I think she did a great job in this too, doing some nasty shit for her sister.
Oh, and dude, the fucking stepmom, she's a vile, evil woman in this, man.
What a
evil.
God. That's what that was kind of like you're saying. There's so many of these little elements that just kind of keep me going. I love to hate so many of these characters we get introduced to, and like who could be worse than the next. And it's like, as much as you despise Elvira, she keeps coming across people who are worse than her. So it's just
exactly.
Oh my God.
It's like, who's the lesser of evil to root for in this situation?
Because even at one point, our main girl, Agnes, who we come to know as someone else, she's even kind of a bitch in the beginning, but it's kind of understandable why.
Yeah,
but
it's a weird situation to be thrown into.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like I like how you just get that little brush against the grain that you're like, oh, that's kind of off-putting, only to find out she's the fucking nicest character in the whole movie, aside from her sister.
Switch. Sure.
Yeah. Almost the only one that's kind of innocent and safe the entire ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many slices you chose in this bad boy?
I am gonna. I had to go back and forth a little bit, but I staying firm on my decision of giving it 3 slices.
Fair enough. 3's not bad. I'm a little less a fan of it than you, but like you said, there's a lot of fun elements, and like the story may be weave and bob, but by the end you are on board. I'm gonna go. I feel like I'm being generous, but I'm also feeling like I'm being bad. I'm wrong. Like I'm letting you down here, but I'm going 2 slices.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
2 slices.
So, like Dennis said, this movie is playing on multiple platforms. If it sounds like your type of movie, please go and check it out. It's unlike most things you can see currently streaming. So I have the latest Paul Feig film, a little movie called The Housemaid.
The job is mostly organizing, cleaning, light cooking, if you're up for that. I have a really good feeling about this. I have a really good feeling about this. I have a really good feeling about this. I have a really good feeling about this, Millie.
Me too.
The Housemaid, only in theaters December 19th, rated R.
Did that just cut out mid-trailer? That's weird.
No, it was just I think it was just very truncated. The first one was a lot longer, and I apologize for.
Well, no, I
hitting
felt
that
like
mark.
did it say it didn't say only in theaters December whatever? Like I felt like it said only in or it's only in theater. I don't know. Doesn't matter, folks. I'm here to tell you the premise of the movie if you didn't already know it. This is, of course, based off a series of novels called The Housemaid, I believe. So essentially, Sydney Sweeney plays this young woman with a troubled past, trying to change her life for the good. She's kind of homeless, so she wants any job she can get. She's sleeping in her car, so she gets an offer to work for a rich family to be a live-in housemaid, so she has a place to live, a steady income, and in the interview, it looks great. Amanda Seyfried is interviewing her. She's the matriarch of the family, and it's all idyllic. She has a perfect family. Her daughter is this blossoming great young woman who is really a bitch, but she has reasons for that. And the husband seems a little too kind and nice. And everything's going good, except the day after she moves in and takes the job, Amanda Seyfried starts acting a little bit off. She feels like she's a little bipolar, going through some things. She's always having these freakouts, tearing apart the house, telling Sydney Sweeney's character to do some things, and then saying, I never told you to do this, setting her up for disaster, and all this terrible shit. And as this is all going on, the husband's like, you can't treat her like this. You gotta treat her like a human. And there's a lot of like, oh, maybe the husband is the good one here, and maybe the wife is crazy. And then Sydney Sweeney's character in The Husband, Brandon Skelnar, kind of feel like they have a little spark there. And it's like, are they going to hook up? Should they hook up? I don't know. That he's married, but his wife is kind of crazy and a bitch. But it's like, does she have a reason to be that? Is this guy really as nice? Everyone kind of has these alternative motives and dark backstories we don't know about. And there's a lot of twists and turns. It's kind of a thrilling mystery. Yeah, so I know I just said a lot there. Sorry. Essentially, sorry.
So I'm just curious though. My surface level interpretation of what I feel like the flow of this movie is, what is it about this one that's different for this kind of story?
About this, like what's different about why
the young woman employed by the wealthy family who then gets woven into the discourse that is hidden within the doors. And there's usually some sort of sexual tension. There's usually some sort of
there's
murderous
tension, Dennis.
But I mean, like,
looking,
why is this one different from other versions of this story?
If I told you that, it would give away.
It would kill it. Okay, fair enough. I don't want to know.
There are definitely reasons. 100%. Like most of the movie, you're like, I'm on board. I understand. And then there's some twists and turns that are like, oh, all right, that's kind of smart. That's kind of cool. There's a little bit of something for everyone in this movie, to be honest. And if you want to see naked Sydney Sweeney, if you want to see some sexy time things, you're going to get that in this movie. If you want to see great performances, you're getting that. If you want to see strong directing, I feel like Paul Feig had entered this kind of thriller, mystery, drama type of realm with A Simple Favor, and he did all right with that. And then he did another Simple Favor at the beginning of 2025, and that was a little iffy. And then he did this at the end of 2025, and honestly, I feel like he's now hitting a stride. Like, I'm a little mixed on his comedies, but if he lives in this realm, these erotic thriller mysteries, I feel like I would be fine watching this and not seeing comedy movies from him as often.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah. Like, it's strong. Like, he does things with the camera work here that's interesting. He builds the tension with different little cues in his editing style. It has a fun soundtrack. And twists and turns that I really, really didn't see coming. And
this one really did seem like quite the break for him normally. So I was curious, just like, wow, all right.
Yeah.
But all right, intriguing.
And I will say, the way the movie ends, they do set up more movies, but I'm like, do I need more movies in this world? Like, there's a reason this one worked, but I don't know if where they're going would really work as a sequel, but I'm pretty sure they will do it, but I don't know. Either way, strong performances. I will say this Brandon Skelnar guy, I know I saw him in that one movie, the movie that has fucking Ryan Reynolds' wife and the director / co-star feuding. He was in that movie and he was good in that.
Yeah.
And then fucking he's in what 1923 or one of those Taylor Sheridan shows. And everyone's like oh man, this guy should be Batman. And I'm like, I don't know. But after seeing this, I'm like, oh, this guy has duality. Like I could see him as Batman, honestly. Like, he's really good.
He was good. He was good in 1923. So I get what I remember of it. Dang.
But surprisingly,
okay.
This is sold as like a Sydney Sweeney starring vehicle, and it is. She's the main character. Honestly, she's kind of the weakest part of this movie, in my opinion. Amanda Seyfried is giving her best performance I've seen, and she's done good performances, but
Yeah.
she is really, really nailing it and killing it in this role.
I think she's one where it's like sometimes she's kind of like, obviously there's fans of hers, but
Oh yeah,
I feel like she's often become sort of like a sleeper member of the cast where it's like you forget just how talented she is sometimes.
Fuck
and
yes.
which is just unfair to her career, but like you're saying, it's one of those where you can't help but point out it's like, yeah, no, but she's clearly one of the more well crafted performers in this ensemble. So that doesn't surprise me at all that she's the one that shines brighter than the rest.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I like Sydney Sweeney. She's a fine
Sure.
actress.
Yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah.
not great, but I feel like you got to give her time like Amanda Seyfried. She wasn't always the strongest in everything, but she's built up that portfolio and skills and honed it. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just really circling the drain. Like I saw this like before Christmas, after Christmas, before I don't know. I saw this
Probably
a few weeks
before.
ago, and I'm like, it's
Yeah.
been living rent free in my brain. And I honestly didn't think I was going to come into this episode and reviewing it. But out of all the other movies, I'm like, fuck it. If I liked it that much, I should talk about it. And I'm
sure.
going to give The Housemaid 3 slices of toast. So, all right, this next movie, I was wondering if I actually reviewed it on the show, and I went back. I don't think I did, but I rather enjoyed it, and I think, well, I don't think, I know you recently watched it, so I'm excited to have this process of going in and watching it with you.
All right, let's do it.
So, yeah. You want to set up what movie it is?
Oh, I was okay. I'm still getting
All right.
this fucking up this
figuring
rhythm
kinks
here. Yes. All right. So this is a little film starring a couple of folks you might know, a little Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, starring in Bugonia.
You are a high-ranking official in the Royal Andromedan Court.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
On October 31st, the truth
We have 4 days to save planet Earth.
will shock you.
I know what you are.
I know you too.
Bugonia, rated R. In select theaters October 24th and everywhere October 31st.
Sorry to throw you at that. Like, yeah, it's a learning curve we're going through. My apologies.
Yeah, slight adjustments in how we're presenting the show to you. So yes, this is telling the story of a couple of conspiracy theorists who are played by Jesse Plemons and Aidan Delbus, who I believe this is his acting debut. And they've convinced themselves the CEO of this major chemical company is an alien, and we're going to capture her, and we're going to force her to take us to their emperor and send all the aliens back off of Earth. You guys need to leave our planet and quit killing the bees. So it's as wild as it sounds. It's everything you think, every step of the way. You're watching them set up their incredible weird scheme while it's being paralleled to her going through her workday on just, someone on that scale is just living in another planet, another life. As these elements start unfolding, it starts becoming just more and more unsettling. And as we try to find some semblance of normalcy, as we're building up towards the lunar eclipse, which is the best time to go on board the ship or some shit. And I love the layers they keep adding of just like, fuck, this is getting weird. And then a couple other cast members, honestly, not expecting to see Stavros Halkias, who's quickly becoming a bigger and bigger fan of all the time. Incredibly talented and funny comedian who did a great job of playing this local sheriff. And then Alicia Silverstone, which I got halfway through that scene before I realized who I was looking at, that first black and white shot you see of her. And I could not believe she kind of snuck in there, really. Quick scene, but great performance. It's so unsettling. And I love the way the use of music in this and kind of just the audio cues sort of keeping you off step, not just the score itself, but sound elements that add to the overall vibe of everything. The choice of set dressing and wardrobe again, unsettling, and it's kind of messy, but it feeds into this like very awkward and again keeping you off step, keeping you uncomfortable, along with a lot of the cast here. As much like I think I had a similar experience to watching Ugly Stepsister, where I was so sucked into the first act, getting sold on what the original, what the setup was for the story. It did kind of dip a bit in the second act, where we had a little bit of a lull in that sort of, again, slow burn, but in a way I really wanted to savor, because again, I liked getting these little morsels of what was going to happen next, of just how the fuck
and
are we
not
gonna figure this
knowing
out?
and just guessing, the
Yes.
movie being 10 steps ahead of you.
But there's a point where I stopped the movie and I just turned to Val and said, this is what the end is going to be. And I was like 95% correct.
Yeah,
in my guess.
they do kind of take a little bit of a left-hand turn at what you expect, but you're still getting what you expect at the same time.
Yeah. There's but so that my point then after telling her that was, but look, even if it goes that way, the best possible ending would be if we did it like this. But I'm curious, how are you going to show that to us? And that was the intriguing part for me, is how they showed you the resolution to this whole arc, and just how wild, like, how far are they willing to take this plan? How far are we going to go? And to really see the length that we truly end up going. That is what was entertaining to me with this one, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Again, it was very tonal sort of thing that I liked the vibe it was giving off. The elements we kind of kept coming back to. Did we need to simmer in some of these scenes for as long as we did? I don't think quite so long. For 2 hours, it is a very full 2 hours. I mean, that is true for sure. But I still had a great time watching it. Thoroughly enjoyed the journey we went on. But again, there was a few elements where I feel like, I don't think we need to sit here so long. Oh, you've played up this element for so long. I don't really care about that because I'm looking over here, and I want to move back over here. Like, let's quit trying to distract me with this thing that I know is a MacGuffin. I'm still looking over here. You haven't fooled me. So where do I land on Bugonia then? And
it's one of those movies that you kind of think about more. It's like, I like that, but I don't like I went back and forth kind of ping pong.
Yeah. Me too. I did too, but it's also something where it's like, I felt it was refreshing enough. It reminded me of things we definitely used to watch or see a lot more coming down the pipeline. And that's what I liked so much about this one. It could use a little more polish in some places, but I got my hats off to the boldness of the cast. Emma Stone really going through with that one take.
Her and Yagos have a good thing going together.
Oh yeah. Yes. Very true.
Like, they get weird.
Yeah.
And Plemons is in the mix with those two. And like you were saying, that the newcomer Aiden, fantastic. Starvos didn't have too much to do, but he served a purpose, and that was cool seeing him.
Yeah.
And like you said, Alicia. Oh, sorry.
Oh my God. Yeah. Jeez. And like, powerful, even in that limited bit that she had, it was striking, and it just very much set the pace of like, oh God, that puts that into perspective.
And the set design is just so lived in and dreary and dull, and yet
it takes so much work. Like, it's like, I love the layers that are going on, because I'm one to find myself looking at the set dressing. For those of you who don't know, occasionally I'll do that for work, and our department work in general. So I like looking at what all is going on, and that one was so rich, and I liked that it didn't feel like they were forced to put this object here and that thing there. It feels like they just walked into some fucking gnarly house and just started shooting, and I loved that. Yeah. I know. I'm giving a lot of praise, but please keep in mind there were still those elements.
Oh yeah.
It took too long to get to a couple places. Again, I wish I didn't call out the direction we went to, but having said that, I still liked seeing those steps along the, across the finish line,
totally,
so to speak. But even then, the very end, those last shots, that went on for too long too. I was like, all right, I fucking get it.
Yeah.
I
The
don't need
movie
to
could have
hear,
ended
like,
about
the
5
whole
minutes
song.
earlier than it did.
Yes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes.
It's like, all right, we get the point. We can leave. We're good. We don't need to get that 59-minute. Like
they could have started rolling the credits over that, and I would have been fine.
Oh yeah, and that would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And I get that this is kind of like a remake of like an obscured horror movie that's about I want to say like environmental pollution and stuff, and I'm like, all right, I guess I could see that, but it's a stretch in my opinion.
Funny, that's so pushed under the back burner in this. Like, it's still present. That part of the story is actually very important and is a critical part of the plot, but it is not where the magnifying glass is pointed. So, yeah. No, I love the fabricated laboratory equipment. I love the inventiveness of how are we going to make the situation work. Yeah, so I'm always a sucker for those visual elements. And then the performance of the cast is great. Very limited cast, but goddamn, they crushed it. I just,
in
again,
limited
now
locations.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. What?
Like they made the most out of so minimal, and you could tell this was probably done on a shoestring budget, but it works
in the
for
best
this
possible way. Yeah, exactly, where they spent the money in the right places. So that's always satisfying to see. Of like, you're not wasting a bunch. You're making your actors work, and this talent, you don't need to be worried about them delivering. They fucking delivered. As we've seen, Jesse Plemons is a great, crazy.
Oh man,
a great crazy.
That's all you gotta say. Yeah, great. Yeah,
he's a great crazy,
chaotic, and that's the thing. He can play subtle. He can play over the top. He can play. There's nothing he really can't play.
I still just want to say Mr. White when I. Okay. Oh, hello, Mr. White.
See, that was my introduction to him. I didn't know he was like broke out on Friday Night Lights or anything. Like,
oh,
that's
same
where
here.
I guess a lot of
same
people.
here. Yeah. I didn't. I did not follow Friday Night Lights. So, but it only went fucking uphill, right? So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, slicers, right? Well, let's.
Yeah, where are you at on the
am I
slice?
dropping down in here? I think I'm gonna give Bugonia 3 slices of toast.
I like how you can manipulate that since you're the guy doing it. It's like you build a little suspense.
Bam. Yeah, I think this is a solid entry recommendation for people who are even remotely into like conspiracy theory, sort of arm's length conspiracy theory, not like delving into it, but fascinated with just how batshit crazy that stuff is, kind of.
Yeah, because
that's what
real
I
life
have.
people like this. And I think the chilling thing about this story to me, I mean, I know it's a fake movie and whatnot, but the fact that we find out that he's done this to countless people and gotten different
results,
different outcomes and results. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of chilling because you're like, oh, maybe he's not crazy. Maybe he is crazy. So many like.
What's funny is that there was parts of this that reminded me of the Nick Offerman movie I reviewed 2 episodes ago.
Sovereign.
Sovereign. Yes. There was parts of Sovereign I could see carrying over here, because again, it's like you're talking about people who've already convinced themselves, already assured themselves that this is fact. And the classic, like, there is no changing the mind of someone who's already in so deep. It would be like years of deprogramming to actually unfold all of that stuff. And I always find that interesting to watch these stories of someone who's believes they are being their views are based on logic versus someone whose views they believe are based on the secret truth. And I like when those are mashed together, and how it plays out in the story is a unique telling of that experience.
Right. For sure. I'm going to give Bugonia 2.5 slices. Pretty close to you. All right. I have one movie left to close us out on the reviews section here. And this movie is Josh Safdie's latest film, Marty Supreme.
Hello?
Hey, Wally, get as much cash as you can get your hands on and meet me at the Halsey.
You want to go hustling again?
I'm on a new level.
Baby,
week to make $1,500. I need to focus right now.
Marty, get in the car!
I get nervous laughter sometimes.
Rated R.
All right. So, if you saw The Smashing Machine earlier in 2025 and thought, oh, the Safdie brothers breaking up, maybe they lost that magic and their movies won't be as frantic and nerve-wracking as Good Times and fucking the Uncut Gems films and films, there's only one. You're dead wrong, because Marty Supreme is that. You're getting the Uncut Gems, Good Times vibes from Josh Safdie. He's the guy with the frantic craziness, always evolving roller coaster of emotion style film. So it'd be a disservice to say that this is just a ping pong movie, because there's so much happening here. So this is a period piece movie that's loosely based on real life story about a real life table tennis player. But they've changed things up and whatnot here and gave him a fake name. But this takes place back in 1952. But it plays like a modern day film. Like the cuts, the way that they put music in here, it's just so frantic and crazy. So you got this ping pong player who's in like a high class tournament, and he comes in second place, and he thought he got robbed, and he kind of screwed himself over by lying and getting a stay at the Ritz Hotel and having the organization that hosts these tournaments pay the bill. And because he's the type of guy who thinks he's the best, he can get everything, he's entitled to the world. And after he made that loss, he went back to New York City, because that tournament was in England. I'm sorry, I know, like, all right, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm telling you the whole movie, and I'll stop that. So essentially, it's about this ping pong tournament player who's the top of his game. He's great. And he's just so full of himself, and he's lying to himself and others, making it seem like he's fancier and more intense than he really is. Okay. And he wants to go to, I believe it's Japan or China, to go in like the biggest national ping pong tournament coming up to get a rematch with the guy that he lost to. But the issue is, since he fucked over the organization, he doesn't really have the sponsorship or money to do it. So he has to come up with this absorbent amount of money. Maybe it's a couple $1,000s, but this is $1952. He has to find a way to fly to and get housing to compete. And he doesn't have anywhere to go. Before he left, he kind of stole from his uncle. So that puts him in bad standing with his family.
He's keeping all these bridges intact, huh?
Yep. His best friend, who's married, he had sex with before he left, knocked her up. He doesn't want to take onus for that and essentially step up and take care of the baby. The baby's not there yet. Everyone he meets, it's always, all right, he wants to like pull a swindle and get one over on them. He's always trying to just con people. And he stumbles upon this not failed actress, like a retired actress, and kind of charms her pants off. And her husband happens to be this multi-millionaire because he owns a pen company, and he's trying to get that guy to sponsor him to do the ping pong tournament as he's fucking his wife. And there's a subplot with the dog, and there's so many. I'm saying random things that make sense if you're watching this movie.
I'm sure. It's definitely
no fucking sense.
It's definitely a filmmaker that is not afraid of adding these layers, but also showing them to you in a manner that it doesn't feel like you're getting bogged down with too much. It's just keeping this furious pace moving forward. Yeah.
And you don't know where it's going. And this movie's 2.5 hours.
I'm intrigued.
It's a fast 2.5 hours. Like, you could have told me that movie was 60 minutes, and I would have believed it. Like, they did so much in 2.5 hours. Now, was everything they did necessary? No. You could have just focused on one or two stories, but they did so much. And the cast, man, the cast is bonkers. You got Chalamet as Marty Supreme. You got Gwyneth Paltrow as the woman that he's kind of sleeping with. And as her husband, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. And this guy is a really good asshole of an actor in this movie. Like, surprised the fuck out of me. Although you see his character on Shark Tank, you're like, I guess I could see it. As his friend, you have Tyler, the Creator. I've never seen act, but pretty damn good actor. His mother is played by Fran Drescher in a few scenes.
Interesting.
The director, Abel Ferrara, is this like character who you don't want to fuck with. Someone here who caught me off guard completely as this like harsh, insane character who really fucks shit up. Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller. Makes a brief cameo.
That surprised me because I follow him on Instagram and saw him post a couple photos of him in wardrobe from it. But then you've got like Sandra Bernhardt's in there too.
Yes.
And Levin Hawk, which we saw him in
Fred Hinchklinger. There's so many random people tossed in here, but the breakout to me, someone who I've been seeing in a lot of things the past year and a half, 2 years, who really is the outstanding, I feel like could be the next, I don't know, someone high up there. Odessa Azan. Her face is kind of familiar. She's been in a lot of things, but she's never really had a leading role. She plays the best friend who he knocks up.
Yeah. Okay.
She's been in a lot of things that like really resonate. Like she's currently on the Rachel Sennett show, I Love LA. She was in this great movie that I really loved last year called Pools. What else? She and all these things.
Fresh Kills,
she is just
Hellraiser, Until Dawn.
Yeah, like.
Wow.
Like at first I'm like, I don't like this actress, but like she's grown on me a lot. Like, and she matches this Timothée Chalamet kind of energy. But the weird thing is her character is willing to do whatever it takes to please him, even though she has a husband that she hates. And it's crazy. Like Timothée Chalamet's character is such a fucking piece of shit, and all the decisions he makes are fucking terrible, and you want to root against him, but somehow you're falling for his charm. I don't know how he does it.
Still getting charmed by the Timmy.
Like this guy, I guess in all the promotion for this movie has like been saying like, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, this and that. He's channeled this like Marty character perfectly, but you look at his resume and it's like, no, this guy really is a current day movie star. He's a bankable guy. Like last year, Complete Unknown, Call Me By Your Name, the Dune movies, Wonka, Interstellar, Little Woman. Like, it's like, and how old is he? He was born in 95, 30 years old. It's like, God damn, this guy has a promising career if he doesn't fuck it up.
What I'm curious though, is he going to get that that burnout that a lot of actors who
that's what I'm afraid of.
When they were hit so rapid fire at that age, then we're like, no, I'm going to fucking retire for a minute.
And then lose that momentum.
Yeah, and then it takes them a minute to get back into it because they realize, oh, wait a minute, this is my passion and what I love to do. Just to remember again, oh wait, that's right. I lose my life for like 4 or 5 months out of the year.
Yeah. And think about those Dune movies. Those probably take almost a whole year to do. And didn't they do 1 and 2 back? No, they didn't do them back to back. There's a bit of a gap, I think.
Yeah, a little bit. But it was but I want to say it was pretty rapid fire where it was like, I think it was he went to another set just to then come back, like with
pretty much
crazy amount of time between. Because how long was that break with Ryan Gosling, where he said he was like retired or whatever?
Yeah,
right?
that lasted
for a minute.
long.
Yeah, right, exactly. Bradley Cooper, he did the same thing. Now he's and then he just came right back into it. I feel like we might see that coming up here in a few years.
Yeah, especially someone so young, been doing it for years upon years.
Yeah.
You're bound to hit a wall.
Yeah.
Like, how many people can we say have successfully kept that streak going? I don't know.
Jeez, actually, I can't. Can I think of someone who then didn't at least for a few years, like
someone who we could say he's kind of on the kind of similar to, but slightly elevated, maybe like a Shia LaBeouf, child actor, gets these big movies, but then really fucks up. I don't think he's going to take the Shia route and kind of lose his mind.
Oh, no. It'd be different if he started at like 6, 9, and was hitting it
in
that
these
hard,
Disney
that
Channel
pace
movies and shit
ever since. I don't think he quite had that thick a resume at that age. So at least he's got more tools to help with his psyche along this leg of the journey.
Right.
But
and that's the thing, like, he's worked with some big directors, like some of the biggest directors out there currently. It's like,
For sure.
fuck yeah. But yeah, so getting back to Marty, like, the writing is sharp, the directing is on point, the cinematography is fun, the soundtrack is bombastic, the editing is so fast and crazy. Like, yes, this movie looks like it belongs in the 50s and it has that filmic look to it, but it's so modern and so interesting and fresh to watch something like this. I'll give Marty Supreme 3.5 slices of toast. Sorry, we can continue talking. I just felt like I was going on and on. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no. So, okay. I think that was a good point to bring it to a head there.
This is like an early day review. Like, it's just hard to sum everything up, all the craziness of this movie.
Yeah.
In a package.
No, totally. It's especially when it's something dense, like from a filmmaker that packs a lot into I can't even say a small amount because it's still 2.5 hours, but
yeah,
especially when you going on that journey and like, oh shit, but I really liked every minute of these 2.5 hours. Unlike,
and I forgot to say the thing that stands out the most, like in Uncut Gems. You see Uncut Gems, or have you still?
Yeah.
Like,
loved
remember,
it.
like they start the movie kind of like watching, like I think like shit go through someone's body and like come out someone's ass. I think that was like the opening of the movie.
It's like an X-ray or something.
Yeah, I think literally you saw the asshole pitch open. I could be wrong. But this movie,
Jesus,
clearly that was definitely Josh Safdie's divisiveness, because this movie, like I said, he impregnates his best friend. We're watching cum shoot out of his dick, going into her uterus, finding an egg, and then impregnating the egg, and then it becomes a ping pong, and it becomes the title card of the movie somehow. Fucking brilliant. Stayed in my mind. Best shot I've seen opening movie all last year.
Oh,
it's crazy.
That is crazy. Well, okay. Damn. I'm not going to be able to top that.
All right. Well, what a journey we've been on, man. We haven't talked in a month. We're almost 2 hours and 15 minutes in. This is a supersized episode, folks. If you stuck around, thank you.
Yes,
hopefully you found something good to watch.
Appreciate it for sure. It's and hopefully inspired you to want to check something out you haven't seen yet, or maybe we missed something in the last couple of weeks that you're like, why didn't you guys talk about that movie? Funny enough, there's a way you could tell us what that movie would be, or what you think is what we talked about.
Dennis? I don't know.
Well, we've got these funny things called social media platforms and handles that you as the fan can go and seek out over on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, all of the lovely goodness that you're looking for. You want to go at movie_toast, search those on all your favorite platforms. You will find more golden buttery deliciousness to enjoy of the movie toast variety.
Like, if it's come out in the last 2 months and we didn't review it on the show, it will be reviewed on our YouTube page. Right now, I have 40 reviews that I am prepping. I'm going to hopefully shoot most of them tomorrow. So throughout the next month or so, you're going to be getting flooded with all these movies being reviewed. Little movies you don't know exist, big movies that you know exist. They're all going to be covered on our YouTube. And if you follow any of our socials, you'll get the links always leading to right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
But maybe you don't have time for that business.
No,
you
nobody
just can't
does.
do it. Well, actually, hold on. I guess we didn't cue this up with you before. Coming very soon. Can we say that now? Coming very shortly.
We're still gonna nail that coffin, but yeah. I guess we can tee up what we talked about before we came on mic.
Yes, we are going to be having the 2025 Movie Toast the Festival is taking place shortly. Now, I know, folks, we've been talking about it being December for like a fucking year.
Forever.
Now,
it's funny.
There's a couple of things.
Before the last episode, I get a text from friend of the show, Rick, guest toaster Rick, and he's like, "Hey, did I miss Movie Toast the Festival because it's almost Christmas?" And I'm like, "No, you didn't miss it. We're still doing it, man.
Still doing it.
So
still
people have noticed.
Don't you worry, Rick.
But there's
a reason. Yes.
There's a reason it hasn't happened, because we're changing the game. Normally, we shoot a lot of interstitials. We put all the movies together. We send it off to an editor. He does a fantastic job. But we now have this platform where we can go live on all these different sites. So we interact in the fucking chats, but we want to go live with the festival. But there's a lot of kinks to work out with having the video play, having it all sync up perfectly. So in the next week, before the next episode, stick close to those socials because we're going to be doing something I like to call a toasty test. We're going to be essentially having a festival of our bullshit that we've made and testing out to make sure we're able to go live and work out the kinks. So it doesn't happen when we do the main festival. But in a few months, it's all going to be worked out, and we're going to show you some kick-ass short films.
Yes.
Sorry,
Weeks.
I cut you off a lot.
Maybe not months.
Yeah.
It won't be a few months from now. I just want to correct that.
Fair
You did say a few months from now. I'm like,
well, I mean, here's the thing. So we're midways through January. By midways, well, we're not midways. I don't know. We don't have a date fully, but yes, it's not going to be that long. It's
yeah.
So
Don't be thinking of summer or anything. It's gonna, it's not like that.
If you have a short that you've got an email saying it's been selected, don't worry, it's happening. Or if you've heard us talk about it on every episode, we're definitely doing it.
Yes.
Sorry that it didn't come in December. The holidays came. A lot of life things happened. We got bogged down. It's our fuck up, and sorry about that, folks.
But we are not going to short
holidays.
you these wonderful shorts. It is still coming your way, I promise. Yes. So now being upfront with that, one more thing. Let us know what you think of the show. Over at Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review. We do check those out. We want to keep this show as sharp and toasty as it can possibly be. Let us know the good, the bad, the ugly, the wonderful, everything in between. Just the only way for us to know is for you to let us know. So please go. Yes.
We've gotten feedback, and I know I say this all the time. We've gotten feedback that people hated the trivia portion of the show that we used to do, which was my favorite part of the show, and we got rid of it. Now, as we were talking about polls, do you like the way we're doing it? Do you like the polls? Because people are downloading the specific poll episodes, which is great. But do you want to see us change and grow the polls to be something slightly different? Let us know. Do you like the format, the way we have it format? We want to know what you think could improve the show.
Yeah.
Because we're willing to test it.
Yeah, give us your thoughts. Yeah, whatever they may be, it's all something to be considered. Especially if we feel like enough people are saying the same thing, then that's a strong consideration for something we would an adjustment we would want to make for the show. But we won't know that unless you tell us over at Apple Podcasts. So please drop us a line.
Say you don't want to do it on Apple Podcasts. So you can leave us a hit on any of the socials, or you can email us at movietoastnewsreviews@gmail.com and let us know. We're readily available, and we want the feedback. Even if it's, you guys fucking suck, but here's how you can... Don't just shit on us. Tell us how we can improve, what you like, what you don't like. I mean, you can shit on us, but be creative with it. Like, be honest. Help us
constructive criticism. Let's just
shit on. Yeah.
Let's maybe not toss the shit around too liberally. Let's just
Sorry, I run my mouth too much. Oh boy. But guess what? We get it. You guys are busy. You don't want to follow us on the socials, or you already do. You don't want to leave a review, or you already did. Fuck it. There's one thing you can do for free, and it's a simple one that we always ask you, folks.
That's right.
It's, could you please
stay toasty.
Adam and Dennis, they're the kings of the real. Reviewing new movies, they keep it real. Coast to coast, from LA to the east. On the podcast show, they feast on the beast. Adam's bringing knowledge like he's Professor X. Dennis with cuts deeper than Wolverine's claws. I guess Marvel, DC, they know them all by heart. Breaking down the plot, tearing every scene apart. They got the juice like Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Breaking down movies with a sharp precision. Adam coming in hot like a John Wick hit. Dennis bringing the heat like the climax of a Tarzan flick.
Whew. Fuck.
Yeah.
Took a second. We were still moving. Grooving. Whew. I don't know why. This whole episode, if you're watching, I don't know. I've been swiveling the whole episode. I don't know why. Sorry if that's discombobulating.
Oh. I hadn't noticed, really.
Yeah, now that's all people are going to think. So have you given it any thought? Have you fingered the pages and thought,
Yes,
these
I'm
movies
thumbed
I dug.
through the business. I'm looking again right now. A couple that come to mind. Now this is talking about just you don't just want movies that came out last year or movies we
Well, I
reviewed
mean,
last year.
I would. I mean, like
That
most
data
of the,
I don't have.
I would say of 2025, but you tend to give movies from
Well, all
different
right.
times. So
Let
whatever.
me narrow it down.
No, because then you gotta research when the movie came out. But yeah, whatever your favorite movies.
No,
you've reviewed,
things
let's
I
say.
know. So a couple I know from this year I definitely enjoyed thoroughly. Frankenstein.
There you
That
go.
was fairly recent. That was very good. Train Dreams I also enjoyed
A
way
lot of
more
people
than
have
I thought I was
both
going
those
to.
movies on their list.
That
Both
was
Netflix movies.
yes,
Very
surprisingly,
limited theatrical runs.
Funny enough, another Netflix film from earlier in the year.
Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah, exactly. The documentary Happy Gilmore 2. No, Apollo 13 Survival. Yeah, that was actually
wasn't that 2 years ago that you did that one?
2 years ago.
I don't think that was last year. Or last year was just very long.
Well, I've got two movies that you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm Googling it.
I'll see. It's the problem. It's doing it this way.
2024. So yeah, you're close. Maybe you did. Maybe it's just been so long. It feels like it was longer.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm putting you on the spot here. I'm sorry.
Now, hold on. There's a movie here. It's funny. I gave oh yes, Deep Cover. I liked that a lot.
Oh yeah. The
That
improv with the
was
fucking
great. Bryce Dallas Howard and Orlando Bloom. And Nick Mohammed. So funny. And then Sean Bean doing classic Sean Bean business. I liked that a lot.
What a movie.
Also was up there. So that at least I know was that last year. So yeah.
That was definitely last year. Yeah.
It's sad. I had the title written down. I was just like, wait a minute. What the fuck is Deep Cover? I had to Google it. It was like, oh shit, yes. I did really like that movie. That was so entertaining. And it was so much more, again, so much more than I thought it would be. I thought it would just be like, I get a few chuckles out of it, but that was solid.
That makes
the
sense.
action was solid. The comedy was solid. The story was intriguing. I liked it.
That was done by the guy that did Jurassic with that Colin Trevorrow, right? I think
Tom Kingsley is the director.
Oh, he wrote. Colin Trevorrow wrote it. Okay, that's
okay.
What I think. Oh fuck. Sorry. Yeah. So those movies are available to stream over there on Netflix, the first two, and then Prime Video is that last one.
Yeah, and then Prime Video for Deep Cover, but
we're still counting Apollo. I forgot about Apollo. My apologies.
Oh,
that is Netflix.
Yeah, it is Netflix, but it wasn't.
I mean, it's a bonus. It's a bonus from 2024. It's still there. You really like that one, and the fact that we're talking in 2026 and that movie still lives in your brain means it was a fucking good movie.
Oh, that if we're doing that, then another film I reviewed last year I would like to mention, although it didn't come out last year, Sisu. I fucking loved that. That shit.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Sisu 2, not so good.
Oh, yeah. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
You can't strike twice on that without
That's
lightning.
very true. But Sisu 1, fantastic movie, but that's from like 4 or 5 years ago. But you just watched it and reviewed it. So
last year,
legit.
Yeah. I finally got around to a streamer that I had. So
yeah. So like I said, I just streamed before this episode streamed my top 25 of 2025, and there's a few bonus honorable mentions. But if you don't get time for that, I'll spill the beans here and give you my. Marty Supreme is not the choice. Wrong one. Sorry. All right, my number 3 of 2025 was a little movie called Opus. Love this fucking movie, man. It's like Willy Wonka on cocaine. Really, really fun time at the movies.
That already seems like Willy Wonka's on cocaine, so that sounds terrifying.
All All right, my number 2. This movie, I don't think you're gonna find on many people's top 5. Hell, not even their top 20 of 2025. But for me, number 2, very little movie that made some big money earlier in the year. A Minecraft movie.
I mean, a lot of people liked it, so it's not.
Yeah,
like
but you don't hear people giving it praise this late in the game.
well, now,
Like,
Adam,
we saw
is it the best movies of 25, or is it your favorite?
My
movies of
favorite. My
25?
favorite.
Well,
That's-
then,
yeah.
then
Yeah,
fuck 'em.
exactly. Yeah.
That's what counts.
That's I'll own that. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and then number 1, movie I believe you reviewed a couple of episodes back, and I was so excited to hear it take. A little movie called Freaky Tales. An anthology movie that just knocked it out of the park. It felt like a grindhouse, midnight B movie, all in the best ways, with a stellar fucking cast.
That is close to, that one I gave a 3.5 slice. I was scanning for 4s. So I think that's why I did not mention Freaky Tales in my own
No,
list.
it's all good.
But it is very close to that because, I'm, as you longtime Toasties know, that film was very much in the tone that Adam and I are fans of. So it was made for the movie.
Yeah.
You know, the
but I
movie
will
fan.
say, I saw it opening night, and it was a packed audience, and people were talking about it outside of the theater. I will say, then when it hit Max, I had my fiance watch it, and she was mixed on it. She didn't hate it, she didn't love it, but it has its niche. And we're that.
If you're open to the funky and like kind of stories, if you seek out the weird stories, that is definitely Freaky Tales. is made for you. That's for sure.
150% on that. So like I also said the other day, I live streamed me watching the first 4 episodes of the final season of Stranger Things. Over this next week, I will be doing the final 4, so please follow us on the socials if you want to watch my live commentary, first-time reaction to the series. Please, it'd be fun to have you join us. But I think Dennis and I probably on 232 will be talking about our take on this final season if you're still down with that, Dennis. Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely.
Nice. But I don't know. I feel like 2 hours and 31 minutes. People got their $0 worth on this show. Anything else you want to do before we wrap this bitch up? Like we're using cling wrap and fucking like we're talking about grease lightning.
Oh, well. I think no more. Let's end the show.
Oh, I did remember. Since we're in a new year. Sorry. I can't shut myself up. And you think I should because it's 3:14 a.m. where I'm at, but
yes, sir.
Fuck it. I'm not even tired. I'm not even that cold. Either way, sorry. Just wanted to mention that we are now in season 6 of the show. Because most people do seasons and they take some time off. When the clock changes over, the calendar year changes, we just keep rolling with it because I can't do this. If I just see 217 movies a year and not talk about them, I lose my mind, man. So thank you. 6 years we've been doing this together, Dennis. It's been fun.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely.
And we're still figuring it out.
But someday I'll see 200 movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll go away at it.
It's one day. I'm rooting for you, buddy. I don't wish that upon anybody. Sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why? Like, I force myself. I'm like, I guess I gotta do it today. Like today I talked myself out. I was gonna go see this new Lupin the Third movie. I haven't watched any of the animes or the live action, but apparently you don't have to see this.
Let's just jump in onto
But I'm like, it's playing today, Monday and Tuesday. I'll go see it another day because I wanted to make sure this fucking stream was ready to go at 10 p.m. my time. And then we started this bitch at midnight because I delayed us a lot.
Oh, we're all good, though. We got the toast delivered. We got you all of that delicious movie review business you'd like to munch on.
That's for sure. All right, man. I'll let you do as one last that's the other thing. Our Stay Toasty was very sad this time, so I'll let you go out on a strong toasty.
Oh, okay.
I felt like we were struggling on that. We wanted to match each other, but we were both going low, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Well, folks, please stay toasty.